What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Gas Money Podcast. Before we get started today, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you never miss another upload. Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at gas.money.podcast. Oh, looks like we're missing somebody. It's one thing I always say. Nobody is exempt from the scissors. Even if we shooting in your crib, you can still get cut from this roster. Nah, but our boy AG is he's on vacation right now, enjoying his time in the sun in Mexico. He's right.
Yeah.
So looks like I gotta be the host.
Yeah, what we gonna do?
But to the right of me, we got our boy Senor Charlie making another addition to the podcast.
Sir, it was good.
You gotta introduce to him.
Oh man.
To my far left, we have Toon in the building.
Yes, sir. Ski. And to the right of me, we got the hostess with the mostest.
Hostess. You try to call me a bitch?
Oh, is that how that works?
Hostess is the female.
I thought that was like more like, mostest. Is most a female?
Yeah, I thought it was hostess, like as in most.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
All right.
Because would you say host with the most? I guess maybe.
Yeah.
I guess so. All right, so the host with the most. They even ruined it. But all right, we got Cash in the building.
All right, guys. I guess I'll just ask AG's regular question. How was our weekend? Huh?
No. Actually, though, I'm pretty sure we all got a story because July 4th. My July 4th was actually pretty litter than usual. I went to a barbecue, of course, but it wasn't a regular barbecue.
Oh, you went to the Queensbridge?
Oh, nah, I didn't go.
Grindmore barbecue?
Nah, I didn't go to that one. That one did look fun though. But I went to like a family friend's house, and they didn't just do the hot dogs and burgers. They did everything: the ribs, chicken, salmon, just everything, empanadas, it wasn't. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. It was probably the most diversified food options I've ever had at a barbecue. And then this shit was amazing.
It was Spanish people, or
nah, it was black people. Surprisingly, because I went with my baby mother's side of the family, her family friend, and I thought it was gonna be some Spanish shit for real. But when I got there, it was black as hell. It was black as hell. I couldn't believe it.
Same shit. I went to a barbecue in Connecticut though, in the sticks, because
oh damn,
you get off the highway, it's like hold up,
yeah.
But no, it was a cool barbecue. Right, not as much variety as that, but the food was good.
Yeah, that's what's up.
If they're watching, but they're not watching. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
With me, I mean, of course, obviously went to barbecue, but this is my thing. I'm getting sick and tired of people talking about. We made food sexual. And shout out to Nomar, because Nomar wrote me a very strong worded message about his disdain for the originator of calling hot dogs or glizzies, anything gay. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm a hot dog type of nigga. I love me a hot dog. I like them a little burnt. That's pause because you're gonna say I like black.
Nobody would say that.
Nah, that's what niggas is gonna allude to. But me, I love a hot dog. I don't feel like I have enough hot dogs in my life. Honestly. If I'm being perfectly honest, when I was growing up back in the days, I had a George Foreman grill, and the cheapest thing to get is always hot dogs. Yeah. I used to survive off of hot dogs when I was a kid. Hot dogs and cereal was my meals. So when the summertime comes out, I don't get invited to many cookouts. Before the July,
yeah.
I'm making a stand. Call a hot. I post it every time. I give niggas the time and opportunity to say something about me, and niggas just act like they don't see nothing. Cause I'm posting hot dogs all day long.
I ain't gonna lie. So I definitely seen you post 2 hot dogs. I really had no issue with the hot dogs besides the fact those shits really didn't look like they had much love put into them.
Yeah, somebody wrote me saying that too. They was like, "Yo, just mustard." Ew.
Yeah.
Like,
that is an ill.
What am I supposed to put on a hot dog?
You gotta put at least ketchup and mustard.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
You did have the right mustard, which is the spicy brown.
Yeah.
You did good with that, but you missed the ketchup. Yeah.
I don't like ketchup.
I don't know. The bun was looking a little like,
see, now,
bro, come on, son.
Now you're being classist.
I'm just saying, it's just like if you gonna post something and expect us to not say anything or not to judge you, The buns gotta look a decent way. Your condiments gotta look a certain way.
So now I gotta worry about niggas looking at my buns and my hot dog.
Type shit.
See, but that's not gay.
That's not at
Niggas
all.
checking out my buns and my hot dog on my Instagram.
Niggas is trying to make sure you doing right by yourself.
All right.
And them buns and the hot dog, it didn't look like it was doing its part, man.
Yo, what a fucking intro.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm with you though. Glizzy gang, like all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
All
about.
that can't
3
eat,
times, man. This nigga fucking me up.
all that can't eat hot dogs and shit. I don't be paying no mind to that.
So how many y'all had?
I had a lot. That was probably like my second round when I posted that because I forgot for the first round. I was so hungry.
3 hot dogs is like wings at a restaurant. Like it's like the appetizer.
Yeah.
You gotta bust down at least 2 or 3 glizzies.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Except I just don't like hot dogs when you go to like a baseball game. We got them fat ass hot dogs. And it be squirting out at you when you bite into it. I'm not.
Yeah,
into
nah,
that.
hot dogs definitely shouldn't be no juice coming out. To me, I feel like there shouldn't be no juice coming out.
Got a nice slim hot dog with a little bit of crisp to it, with a nice soft bun, 1 line, maybe 2 lines of mustard, and then y'all ain't.
Yeah, see, that's all you putting on, like.
Yeah, that's
because
all
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm gonna have a hot dog, gotta have the sauerkraut. No, sauerkraut. Niggas don't fuck with the sauerkraut.
This nigga's a white man.
Nah, y'all niggas is
Sauerkraut.
bugging.
I never heard a black person say
Actually,
sauerkraut
you know what's
before.
crazy? I used to go to school in the city, right?
Jalapenos maybe.
But they used to have, y'all remember Papayas, the hot dog spot? That shit used to be 2 blocks up. That shit was like $1 maybe. After school, you get a couple of those. I never fuck with sauerkraut. But one day I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. And ever since then, I was like, if you gonna get a hot dog, why not? Why just do the plain way? Like, come on, that's like making a sandwich, a turkey sandwich, and just putting whatever sauce you put on it. You might as well put some cheese on there, or you can't fuck with the
is
cheese.
the red one, right? Not the,
Nah, I
the
think
white.
it's the
There's a white one. And
that's the white one. I don't know what it is. I think it's supposed to be. I don't know what it is.
What I have done before is the put nacho cheese on the hot dog. That'd be fire too.
Yeah, the niggas used to do. Shout out to Raymond. He used to always go to 7-Eleven and get them and get them big fat hot dogs. I forgot they have a special name for it.
Yeah,
That shit is crazy.
No hot dog shaming though.
Yeah, or growing up, niggas had the Franks and beans. Y'all niggas didn't do that?
I'm not a bean nigga.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
niggas used to chop it up.
What about the chili dog? Niggas ain't fuck with the chili dogs?
Nah, see. I seen this. I would see that on TV.
I guess so. Niggas is wildin', bro. Chili dogs.
But
I always used to boil them though. I never pan fried
see
them.
this nigga.
You didn't
Hot
boil your hot
dogs?
dogs? Yeah.
Boiled hot dog is nasty. That's how you make it fat. That's the fat hot dog. I'm not
Nah,
jacking. it.
that's how I knew how to do it.
Niggas want the skinny Frank.
Or
Yeah.
I used to boil it, chop it up, put it in the Kraft mac and cheese.
Okay.
Nah, I never had no shit like that
What?
before. Never in my life.
Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie.
That shit's still good today.
I ain't gonna lie. I never had that shit before.
So can we agree that hot dog is a goated cookout food?
100%.
100%.
But I don't want niggas to stop cutting niggas' asses for it though.
The only niggas.
It's funny.
niggas
It's
gotta
funny. It's funny. I ain't gonna lie. It's funny.
The only niggas I feel like should get their ass cut for eating hot dogs is the niggas that eat them vertically. I would judge every nigga. Every time I see a video of a nigga eating a hot dog, it's vertical. Like if it's like bun meat, you supposed to turn it sideways and then eat it sideways.
Hey yo,
Wait,
Nah.
wait.
nah.
So you
So-
got the hot dog, you put the
The
sauce
hand
on
motion
top,
was
Yeah.
crazy.
and then you
Turn it sideways when I bite it, like a sandwich, like it's bread.
Nah,
meat,
nah,
bread.
that's-
So you eating it vertically?
yeah with
See, you a freak.
with the sauce facing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat it vertically. That's
yeah,
a freak.
Yeah, you a freak. That's some freaky
Okay.
shit. Yeah, you deserve to get.
But what
that.
about when the sauce
So
drips
you don't.
on?
Yeah, you gotta. I
The
feel like you
sauce
gotta. I feel like you gotta
See-
turn your head.
Nah, cause y'all niggas, this is what happens. Y'all niggas put too much shit in your hot dog. You gotta eat it sitting
Yeah,
straight up.
yeah.
Because all the shit gonna fall off. I don't got that problem.
Nah,
I
bro.
put my couple lines of mustard, twist to the side, pull
Yeah,
it,
that's flavor.
and then that's flavor. But you putting meat first in your mouth.
Nah,
Nah,
you put the is bun is. Hold on, how the hell is it just meat? Because you talking about nah.
The
I
meat
ain't
is
gonna
going
lie.
first in your mouth. Because the hot dog is stick. You know what? It don't even matter.
what I do like when I bite it though, that little ketchup that gets stuck over here, you look that adds to the that adds
Yo, nah, that's gay. Nah, that's gay. That's
is
gay.
fine. Yeah.
Nigga want the remnants on his
Yeah.
lips.
Nah, you gotta get if you had to get rid of one, which one you getting rid of? Hot dogs or burgers?
Oh, easily hot dogs. Easily.
I'm getting
Easily.
from a cookout. I would get rid of
Life,
burgers.
nigga.
I might get rid of the burger.
But if we talk about life, I'm
Yeah,
getting rid
life-
of hot dogs
Y'all
because
niggas.
I like to go to a restaurant. You know when they get like the crispy onions and they put it
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top of the burger. That shit is fire.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I put my French fries in it too. That shit is fire.
Yeah, nah, it's burgers over everything outside of a cookout. But at the cookout, gotta have the hot dogs.
I feel like a hamburger is the safest food to ever eat.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't fuck up a hamburger. Right?
That's why I don't want to get rid of, because I feel like niggas could fuck up hot dogs at a cookout. For sure.
What?
No.
Niggas be burning them shits, bro.
I like it burnt.
Yeah, see, I can't.
You could easily fuck up a burger way easier than a hot dog.
Yeah, burger. You get sick from eating a burger raw. You could eat a hot dog raw and it'd be perfectly fine. You can't eat raw meat from a burger. You'll get sick.
Nah, niggas gonna have to miss me on the hot dogs at a cookout, bro. If I had to give up the one or the two, yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of the 4th of July festivities, we have a tragic incident that occurred. We got our man 4 Extra blew his hand off playing with fireworks. So how do y'all feel about that?
Oh man, I like who he is as a character on the internet. So I don't want to like go too far with the joking about it too much, because anything can happen to anybody. But some of the things I have seen people say about him, about the incident, is just straight jokes. Somebody say he needs 4 extra fingers now.
Yeah, Aaron the plumber. They were supposed to fight.
I'm trying to say there's a video. Is there a video of it?
No, it's just a picture of his hand fucking
Yeah, his shit is definitely blown
in
off.
a million pieces. But
Yeah.
well, what they said was he's only missing 2 fingers now. Like he had surgery and he was able to save his other fingers. But I seen a picture.
Nigga, how the fuck the shit look like?
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah,
How the fuck you save 2 fingers from that?
I don't know. But
3 fingers.
I seen a picture. This nigga thumb was just on the ground,
Yeah.
like on the concrete. But I don't know if that was real because there was no blood on it. Like I don't feel like
yeah.
there could be a clean blow off of a finger or any body part for that matter.
Like no blood at all.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah,
like
it
his
was just
finger
like,
on a
yeah.
curb with like nothing on it. Like I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's possible. Maybe something for like I don't even know. I feel like with a knife maybe, but not with a fucking firework. That's like a mess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Was it a black thumb?
Yeah, it was a black thumb. But one thing I that's why I don't fuck around with fireworks at all.
Yeah, me
like
neither.
I don't want to be. I don't fuck with anything that has to do with fire or sharp objects. Like y'all be going to see fireworks on 4th of July?
If I can, because what was it? Friday. I didn't. I was in Jersey, so I drove back. I missed the whole fireworks thing. I didn't really care about it.
I was tight that I missed that Macy's shit. That shit look fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit look hard. I never seen they never done a display like that on 4th of July that I remember. Did you know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Like, what you mean? Like,
By the Brooklyn Bridge, they did
I heard they moved it. It wasn't always by the Brooklyn Bridge, but
it looked epic.
I didn't get to see it at all.
I do like fireworks. I just don't want to be the one lighting it. But
Yeah.
that shit do look.
I mean, I participated in a couple times, but not them shits that he had in his hands. Them shits look like little dynamites.
Nigga, them shits look like fucking Looney Tunes when the Roadrunner and the Wile E. Coyote was fighting each other.
Nigga held that shit too long. He had to.
That's what I was gonna say. What happened? He held it.
We don't have the full story. I mean, I guess it's gonna come out soon. But he said he's like in good spirits though, because
You seen a video of him afterwards?
Nah, but it was a text message. He was with talking to some girl, and he was like, "I'll still sock a nigga out with one hand or something."
Yeah.
See, that's one of the things I was talking about. Them
Yeah,
Aztec, Apache, fucking crash out warriors, and these niggas like that. Niggas talking about I'll punch a nigga on my nub. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. Niggas gotta stop playing with them shits, bro. If you gonna play with them shits, that shit didn't even have like a warning label. The ones that I seen that niggas be like setting on fire, you put it down on the floor, the fuse comes out far enough that you could just light it and you can run away.
Yeah.
That nigga literally had 2 like what's those big ass batteries that used to go into the
The D battery.
Yeah, he had like 2 D batteries of fucking dynamite in his hand, bro. I never seen them shits. Those are those shits that like niggas is literally like, all right, bet I got these, set them on fire, bro. Throw.
And the crazy shit, he was talking about how he's like, yeah, I'm gonna blow a nigga crib up. I'm gonna blow a nigga house down with these shits.
You was saying that?
Yeah. And then
That nigga blew boom pow.
And what? Those are supposed to just stand up and it shoot.
I don't know what
because
the
they
fuck.
mad small. Like
Them shits was like,
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Them shits don't look like they was fun. It really looks like you set them on fire and you throw them to fuck with somebody.
Yeah.
Them shits don't look like you set it up in front of the neighborhood and let the neighborhood watch. That shit is like dynamite. I'm telling you, bro. That shit was a bomb.
niggas that had no warning.
I don't even understand why niggas even like. I seen a video one time. It was like a car meet or some shit. And a nigga threw a firework at the nigga windshield and it got stuck on his windshield and the nigga.
But give him credit, bro. He probably was like, let me get this shit off my car. Like even though he probably realized it was a firework, obviously, but he probably was just reacting. You think he was? I don't think he's really that dumb. I think he was reacting.
Nah,
and he didn't give himself a chance to think because that was stupid as fuck. But if somebody throws something on your car, your first reaction isn't to be like, "Let me get this shit out of here before this shit fucking damages my vehicle."
I would think so, but the only thing is you don't know how much time.
Yeah, that's
like we all grew up playing Call of Duty. You running around the field and a nigga throw a grenade at you. You don't know how long a nigga was cooking that grenade because it gives you the option to throw the grenade back. Yeah. So do I take the chance of throwing a grenade back or do I run away? Because most of the time niggas is cooking a grenade.
Yeah.
So if a nigga throw a firework at me, I'm running. I'm not gonna pick that shit up. I don't even think I would even kick a firework. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
But in the video, to finish the story, the nigga threw a firework at the nigga car and it got stuck on like his windshield and the nigga reached around like through his driver's side window to try to pick it up and the nigga whole hand blew off.
Yeah.
And then nigga just like he wasn't crying or nothing. Oh, that's the other thing they said. Forrest didn't cry. Actually, they say he went blind.
It's a shock.
He went blind.
Yeah, he went temporarily blind because the explosion was in his face. And then he said he regained his vision later. But the guy, he just took his hand and he tried to run. I guess it was like a whole car meet, so it was mad traffic. So he ran the other direction, I guess, to go to his boy's car to take him to the hospital or whatever. But
I would be extremely pissed. I ain't gonna lie. If some shit like that happened to me, I probably wouldn't be able to return to my normal self.
Nah, yeah.
Especially if it's somebody else's fault. If I blew up my own finger, I'm gonna be mad at myself, obviously. But that car situation, yeah, I'm definitely probably gonna be a whole new person after that shit happens.
I'm about to kill that nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Nigga blow my hand off.
Something.
Well, technically he didn't blow his hand off, but he did something that led to.
Yeah, you was gonna damage his car because you saw the hood of the shit came up a little. Because it's like, what we doing?
Why would you? If you know a firework got that big of an explosion, it wasn't like one of them. Pop, 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 it was like a boom type of firework. Like, why would you throw that at my car? Why would you throw that? In
you
a group
see
of
what
people?
I'm saying? Like, yeah, that shit is crazy.
So how would you kill him?
Yeah, it's all you gotta just.
I still got another
with
hand.
One hand.
You gotta shoot that.
It only take one hand to shoot a gun, man. It only take one hand to stab somebody.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
But with that being said, this also goes along with this other video I saw because now 4 Extras, obviously, his whole brand is fucked up because his whole thing is I'm beating niggas up, I'm fighting niggas, and I put hands and feet on niggas. He only got one hand and now he has 2 feet, so he's disabled. I also saw another video.
Does that make you disabled?
Yeah, missing a hand.
100%. Because like, all right, because when you fold your hand up to make a fist, it can't be as I don't know. I have all my fingers.
Any type of he can't play video games no more. He's disabled. It's over.
Yeah, it's done.
So with that being said, I seen another video. It was 2 guys arguing. It was one regular nigga and it was a nigga with no legs. He had like the stilts shit.
Oh shit!
And the stilts nigga was the one pressing the issue. The other guy was like, "Yo, I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up." And the stilts nigga, they get into a fight and his legs started falling off and all type of shit. So I just want to ask y'all, how much grace are you giving somebody that's clearly disabled when you get into an argument with them, especially like a physical type of argument?
Can I make it more complicated?
Go ahead.
I think age really is a factor when you're dealing with like circumstances. So your age is important, and the age of the person you're dealing with is important.
Okay.
If I'm in my 20s and somebody that's disabled is fucking with me to the point where I feel like I gotta get aggressive, I say you have up until they put hands on you until you should handle your business. Now, if you're in your 30s or older and somebody's fucking with you that you know you can easily whip their ass, you just gotta let them have it. As being a grown man, I think you should let them have it. Now, if it's the person that's fucking with you, if they're in their 20s, like I said, the same thing. They put hands on you, you handle them. Older, 30s, you still put hands on them. But maybe as a like 40, 50, bro, you got it.
I think it depends on the disability. It depends on what's going on. If it's 4 Extra,
you fucking him up?
Yeah, you got here.
You feel me? But I'm not touching nobody in a wheelchair.
What if a nigga in a wheelchair spit on you?
Ooh.
First of all, I doubt you got to my face from down there. But even if you did, it just don't. It don't feel like right. Like I'm gonna just start swinging down at the wheelchair. Like,
I just flip that shit over.
yeah.
Maybe that might be where it's like, all right, just you gonna have to get up on your own. Maybe, but Yes, being somebody up in the wheelchair is kind of.
I feel like Toon kind of, had the best take on it because it's like dealing with a woman. At the end of the day, like I'm not gonna touch a woman in the physical. I'm not gonna touch a woman at all. But if they put their hands on me first, I need to defend myself because I don't know what could happen. Just like, but if it is like a big ass, like say for some nigga that got no legs, say okay, I'm not even gonna put you. Say 4 Extra had no legs.
Yeah,
that nigga still knock me out.
Yeah, he can still grab you.
So, I mean, I gotta defend myself. I might have to throw the first punch or kick his leg off or some shit. Cause
I would definitely attack the lower half of you. If you have no legs, 100%. There's no way you have stability. I don't care how long you've been walking around with these new legs. There's no way you have stability to be wrestling with somebody. Right. So I would just, I would take it there. But then again, you got to understand, no matter what, the blowback you're going to get from it is just obviously always going to be on some damn, this nigga's an asshole for fucking with the person. So you just make sure it's worth it. That's just it. You just got to make sure it's worth it. Because once that video comes out that you sitting there tussling with a nigga with no legs.
Well, you got to win first.
Yeah. You better win.
Does a woman hitting you always mean you have to defend yourself? Like, are you always in danger once she hits you?
It depends on the woman.
That is a fact.
And the type of attack she tries. Like, if she tries to like swing on you, like not like the
mushing.
One of those like jabs to your face. I think you have to protect yourself because she's clearly prepared to fight. The mushing that's probably some type of emotion she's mad about, whatever she's mad about. But the jab to your face, she's ready to fight. That bitch is clearly ready to fight, bro.
Like she has some training.
Yeah, it's like she's clearly ready to fight, bro.
Should daze you a little bit.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Cause like my girl, she boxed, and I remember one time I was playing around with her. And she uppercut me.
Yeah, bro.
And I felt my brain shaking around in my head.
Literally.
Yeah. Like my girl is not like the average woman. Like she's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
And she really knows how to fight. Like she boxed for like a long duration of time. So if she swung on me, I'm not gonna beat her up, but I'm gonna have to grab some. There's gonna have to be some restraints involved because I could get seriously injured.
I'm gonna have to throw a firework over there.
But speaking of that,
damn,
I was so you know how we had the DINK thing, the dual income no kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So for the 4th of July, my girl went to DR. And I was a sink for a couple of days.
Sink is jokes.
And, it was cool. Being alone, I enjoy being alone and just doing my own thing. But one thing about DR, there's been some things going on there that, that we got to speak about. There's this MLB player. I didn't write his name down. I forgot his name. But actually, I think I got his name.
MLB player.
Wander Franco. From the Tampa Bays. Mm-hmm. He's been accused of, and I think he got sentenced also for statutory rape.
Damn.
And the situation basically was he was messing with this girl that was like 14 or 15.
When he was 21.
Yeah, he was 21 years old. And he got found guilty. Mm-hmm. So he got a 2-year suspended sentence. And the mother of the girl got 10 years, I believe, because he was paying the mother in order to have her daughter. And she basically got charged with like sex trafficking.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a win for the justice system, man.
Mm. So, as you being our representative of the Dominican Republic, as someone who is Dominican yourself and someone who frequents the DR, what I've been hearing is that this is a common thing.
It gotta be.
I'm definitely not the representative for this. But in reality, it is common. It is very common, especially like it's. I mean, I don't know what to say on this exactly, but it is common.
I feel like
I never partaken in that situation because I was raised here. I didn't have to do that, but it is very common.
I feel like majority of the world majority of cultures kind of maneuver in this same type of like, all right, I want your daughter. I'm going to pay the parents to have permission to have their daughter.
Okay.
I mean, obviously in America, we don't as probably not as, I mean, I'm sure everything happens everywhere. It's just not as publicized. Because I'm pretty sure that it has to be like, come on, America's a big ass place. Somebody in America probably has definitely had some type of situation where they paid a parent to have.
Well, I mean, we have like R. Kelly and shit like that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly, shit like that. So, basically, what I'm saying is like, even though this story is based out of DR, I feel like majority of cultures have like this kind of set up, arranged relationship, marriage type of thing going on.
In DR though, it don't really be arranged. I think a lot of times the girls grow up faster than in America. Like at 14, they're probably at like a 17, 18-year-old here. Like they're cooking, they cleaning, they learn a lot of things. And everything in DR is very not sexual, but like just.
No, I feel I would with no disrespect, I would agree to sexual.
Especially in the
100%.
Caribbean where when you're poor, really poor, there's also not a lot to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
yeah. I know exactly what you're getting at.
So,
I know exactly what you're getting at.
You know, so and then it don't take all the like when you're really poor also, the older man probably could
Yeah.
Like a lot of times is the 21-year-old is buying groceries for the house like, which your mom is living in. You know, he's helping with stuff
exactly.
So that matters, you know. And if you take it back to, you know, just 50 years ago, that wouldn't have been that crazy for a 20-year-old or 21-year-old to marry or take a 14, 15-year-old back with them. Going back to the buying the daughter though, I did go to Africa one time and I did visit a tribe. And they still operated like that,
right?
But it wasn't money because they were, you know, those tribes that be like they don't use like things, so they're still trading cows and sheeps and shit like that for the daughter, or they'll say this is my farm, this is the life I could provide for your daughter, and at 12 they can start bidding for the daughter.
Oh wow!
And it no matter how old the guy is, as soon as the girl is 12 years old. As soon as she has her period, she is eligible
considered a woman
to be.
So do you think it's criminal? Like obviously he got charged and is gonna face some time behind it.
No, he's not. Well, he's not doing any time. He has to suspend the sentence, so he just has to fit like certain requirements. And
so the mother though,
she's done.
She's serving time.
Yeah.
So like so basically what I'm saying is like the attentions, even though it seems crazy, the attentions don't seem as crazy. Like it doesn't seem like these niggas is trying to be, you know. I don't even know how to word it, but basically what I'm saying, does it
like they don't look at it as pedophilia.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. So it's like we know, like when we see people get charged with a crime of like child pornography and weird shit like that, like clearly something's wrong with that person. I don't think something's wrong with the person that's just living within their culture of like how you said in Africa, that tribe in Africa, they're exchanging whatever they're exchanging for somebody's daughter, and their daughter is 13 at the time.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as nasty as it may sound, you know how certain slangs start from maybe a bad place, but then it just becomes slang. There's a slang over there where you will call a girl, or you'll see and you'll refer to her as la menor, or mira esa menor. Like that. What it really means is look at that minor.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But I think is transformed to being used like look at that young girl or look at that nice looking girl, but. It really does mean look at that minor.
Yeah.
So it's like underlying. So it's tricky.
Yeah. My girl, she tell me all the time like certain slang that she use. Well, not she doesn't. She's not super Dominican culturally, but she grew up with people that are from DR and stuff like that. So like the way she talks, she'll tell me like certain slang that she used, and it translates to English. It's like what the fuck, but that's like normal there type shit. Just like how. I mean, it's not equal, but it's a liken to like how nigga comes from nigger. Use it as like, that's no big deal. Exactly. But we still get mad at other people when they use it because it's like the connotation behind it is separate.
That's exactly what.
One thing I was really surprised about is that that it was illegal in the first place. I would have thought that the age of consent was lower in DR than it is here, but I think I saw that the age of consent is 18 in DR.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because like in places like India's like 14.
Fucking
China's 16.
Isn't Canada like 16?
It might be.
Right?
I heard Canada's a little low too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most surprising thing to me. I was like, I first heard the case. I was like, okay, what the fuck? But then 18 I was like, wow, that's crazy.
That's pretty interesting.
It's. I think it made news. Well, one, he's a baseball player, but it made news also because in reality, nobody gets arrested for this. Like the age of consent over there is like it's treated. It's nasty, but it's treated like almost like jaywalking. Like you're not really a mom is not really gonna press charges on a 20-year-old because he messed with her 16-year-old daughter. Like it's never gonna really happen. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that 20-year-old could provide.
Yeah.
Remember, poverty is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you poor and your daughter gets a guy who can buy groceries, I'm telling you, people are not eating sometimes. Like, or it's just all we could buy is rice, or ain't no meat or eggs, or like so. It puts things in perspective when shit like that happens.
Yeah, prayers to all those people out there that's dealing with any type of issues like this.
You ever got like you ever thought a girl was old enough and then you started shooting at her and then it's like, oh wait, nah, like
yeah. That's normal. Well, I don't know if that's ever happened to me per se, but I know of situations like that. Like one of my boys, this happened a long time ago. He was like 18 or 19 and he had sex with this girl that was 16 or something like that. And like her family came to his house and was beating the door down and all this shit. And then
wait, what happened?
But
I'm just saying that gotta be the most scariest thing in your life.
Yeah, so the cops came and he proved that she was like lying about her age. And I feel like that's a very common thing, especially now, because well, it's like a social media thing. Like girls see certain lifestyles and they want to do this and do that, be with the popping crowd, and they just lie and then people get caught up in bad situations.
That's another thing in DR. That whole got to be a certain age to get in the club. A lot of that shit gets bypassed if you bad, if you know.
Yeah, I kind of.
So you might end up in a club, a 21-year-older club with a 15-year-old in this, and then all this makeup and body enhancement.
It's a different world.
So you could get caught up like that too. No, I've never ID'd a girl in a club. Why would you?
Yeah, like why would you? Everybody's supposed to be of age in here, so yeah.
That actually happened. Well, I don't know if this was confirmed or not, but back in the days, like when I was in high school. When Dave East first started getting lit, there was a thing that happened where he fucked a girl allegedly that was 16, and then niggas was like, "What the fuck?" But then the girl was in the club, so it was like, how are you gonna?
I feel like a lot of those, because remember Akon had a situation like that. But I don't think that was in America actually. So scrap that. But I feel like Drake had that situation where the girl was on stage.
Oh, he kissed her, right?
Yeah, and it's just like, but that was a concert, so you don't have to be 21 to be.
And she was legal.
Yeah,
she was just younger.
Yeah,
legal.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like men unfortunately do have the not unfortunately, but the responsibility to be on top of a woman's age and environments that women should be of age I feel like is a little bit too much because. Granted, a guy is most likely probably drinking. So if he's drinking, this nigga's not gonna be thinking, let me check your ID and we're in a club. Like, I feel like that's a little bit crazy. Or if you talking to a woman and she's not being honest with you, there should be. I mean, I'm glad that he was able to prove
fake IDs.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shit that I feel like there is men that definitely prey on young women, and then there's definitely, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men that get caught up in a situation where the truth wasn't being told, or he just assumed she was of age because where he met her at. So, yeah, I think it should be some grace when handling these situations. Like, people should be.
And it gets tricky when he's 18 but she's 17.
Yeah, I thought that was always crazy. So yeah,
that's legal. That's they have the Romeo and Juliet law or some shit like that.
But I felt like people have definitely gotten in trouble for that before. Like I
think the only thing you get in trouble for that is with like if you're sexting and the girl's 16 and the guy's 18, because it's like you're technically in possession of child pornography at that point. But that's not really, like, that's not what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely interesting because I know there was even like a popular TikToker. He's from UK, but he was living in India for like a long time, and the age of consent there was like 14 or something like that. So then he went back to the UK and he was fucking with some young girl. And then he got arrested. He was like, "What the fuck? Like, what you mean?" And he was like, "Yo, the age consent here is 16 or whatever." And he was like, "Oh, well,
so
India."
So the law actually. So if I'm texting somebody that isn't of age in the place that I'm texting them from,
No, he came back.
yeah. But what I'm saying is he was texting the girl in India, right?
No, he went. So he's from UK. He
Yeah.
went to India.
Yes.
The age consent was 14 in India, so
Yeah.
he's fucking with 14-year-olds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then he moved back to UK and he tried to fuck with a 14-year-old in UK.
Oh, he's bugging. He's bugging the fuck out.
No, but that is a good question. What if I'm talking to a girl from another place?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
That's what I'm saying, like,
just talk to older women, man. But the thing
that's what I
nowadays,
would
I like
do.
older women.
Exactly. That's what I would do, honestly.
the thing nowadays, this new thing that's going on is niggas. It don't even matter if you of age. If your age gap is too big, people still calling you a creep.
Yeah. And it's only happening to men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The women,
That's the way.
women aren't creeps. They're cougars. They're,
Yeah, Keisha Cole be fucking with 20-year-old niggas and shit.
And yeah, they be letting her rock.
Shout out to Keisha Cole, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, women are just they the new bullies, bro. We gotta stop letting them write all the rules. These rules I kind of agree with. Like, niggas probably shouldn't mess with younger women now because I feel like the way they think.
Yeah.
You just try to stay out of trouble, bro. That should just be your main. Like, if you're a bachelor in your 40s, your 50s, you probably should mess with. That was a firework. I'm a bugging.
I'm not gonna drop something.
All right. Yeah, make sure your fingers is there. But anyway, yeah, you probably should mess with somebody that's closer to your age just to
But what if
try
they
to stay.
bad?
Niggas get in trouble for messing with bad bitches in their 20s,
Niggas
bro.
get in trouble with fucking with ugly bitches too.
Niggas never got in trouble for fucking with ugly bitches.
Nah, I mean, yo, if I'm 50, 60, you're not. I don't know why you expect me to turn down a 28-year-old.
Nah, but I feel like that's grown. Now let's say 21.
Them niggas is getting called a creep.
Oh, nah, I think that's a little crazy. I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna do the AG. I'm gonna just be the devil's advocate. I think what happens is niggas just be subtracting their age from the person they fucking with age, and then if that person didn't exist and you're still 30 years old, it kind of looks crazy.
But a lot of things that's fun look crazy. Driving fast in my car look crazy, but it's fun.
Dangerous. It's dangerous. That's what it is. Just dangerous. I don't blame a nigga for messing with younger women, with younger legal women, because come on, they probably look better. Everything's tight in place.
But if a 50-year-old woman walks in with a 30-year-old man, girl,
Nothing. Yeah.
What? He dicking you down. Like, all that. But then if you walk in if a 50-year-old man walking with a 30-year-old girl, it's like, damn, you can't find a girl your age? Or?
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that, because they say that women mature faster than men. So I feel like
That is true.
women that date younger, I don't see what the appeal would be, because younger men would supposedly be immature.
And this popular thing with Drea and Homeboy, like, he's the same age as her son.
Yeah, but see, I think also women put in the actually. So I think in that situation, they applaud that because that's a come up for her. This nigga's worth 300. Well, his contract is worth 300 something million. So it's like, girl, you did your thing. You 50, 40, whatever, and you got this young ass man.
Oh, so there's a price on the morals.
That's 100% for 100% for women. I definitely think there's a price on them. The one thing I can't argue though, I just don't understand why they mess with younger men that can't provide for them.
Yeah,
it's like what?
Like a rip.
So then they gotta admit that they just as shallow as we are.
No, women are.
Exactly.
But they have to admit that.
No,
We
that's not
know
gonna
that.
happen. You think a woman will be angry about something? They won't even admit what they're angry about. So why would they admit that they doing some shit they don't even approve of if another person did it? They just doing it because they like it.
Then they have to sit there and not call men that do the same creeps.
But it would never happen. You know why?
Why?
I've said this 1,000 times.
Cause what?
If niggas don't get together and stop fucking bitches that are doing shit
it's not
that they
gonna
don't
happen.
like, then
It's not gonna happen.
they gonna always make the rules.
And by the way, I feel like everybody in here knows a girl that could tell you like, yeah, I was in high school and I was dealing with this nigga that was 25. So, like, we all know. I know a couple girls that was in high school dealing with niggas that was 25, 26, 23. Yep. Oh, he had a car. This and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, and that's here. Imagine.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah.
But we'll stay on the sexual topic.
Glizzy topic.
So now we see the verdict that of the Diddy case is out. Man. How we feeling? Diddy has been acquitted of all charges except for
the prostitution.
No, it was the transportation to prostitute Cassie and Jane Doe. But all the rest of the charges, sex trafficking,
beat the Rico.
Yeah, he basically beat the Frico. How we feeling
against the feds?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Day one, Diddy was down probably like 2-0 in the series. If we making this basketball, he was down 2-0. He lost the 2 away games. Then the home games, he won game 3. So it was 2-1. He lost game 4. Somehow, some way, this nigga came out good. He won the series. Diddy in 7, man. Diddy in 7. I mean, we gotta still see the sentences, but the two charges aren't they like max out at 10? So like the worst he could do is 20 years, right?
Yeah, and there's no minimum.
Yeah,
this nigga ain't gonna, bro. He's not. He
get time served, and that's it.
I'm telling you, this. I think it's Diddy in 7. I think it was looking really bad. Like everybody was throwing him away. Like, yeah, this nigga is about to be cooked. And then, I mean, I didn't think he was gonna get caught on the RICO just because we seen other RICOs. But I thought they was gonna get him on everything else.
They was gonna give him the sex trafficking shit.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna cook him on everything else. But now, since everything has played out, I think this was a domestic violence case that just blew up to something that was never what they made it out to be.
Some of the jurors came out like, yo, the videos they look consensual. Like the videos of him, Diddy and Cassie and Jane Doe, whatever. They were like, yo, it was hard to say that it was forced. Like they look like they rocking, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then the evidence they had on Cassie where she's voicemails and texts where it's like, I don't know, people want to call it Stockholm, and I ain't saying it's not, but it's just like, it looks like we knew what it was.
Yeah, I feel, and that's what really be upsetting me sometimes about people, because it's like, they say that like Diddy has all this power, which we know he has all this power, but sometimes, regardless of the power, I think people really be involved in some of these things. Like, some of the R. Kelly shit, I won't defend the younger underage people. But the grown-ass women he was fucking with, I look at it in the perspective of R. Kelly during his time was a sex symbol. Women loved him. It's not like this nigga was some fucked up looking individual. Like, women literally loved this nigga. If he gave them a chance, most likely it was consensual. Mm-hmm. I feel the same thing about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was one of the most
liked person.
Yeah, one of the most liked people. He was rich. He was a comedian. I feel like these individuals that was getting caught up on these cases, on these charges, why would they have to steal pussy? This is that we talk. They getting charged with shit that they did during the height of their career. Could you imagine somebody like a Chris Brown taking pussy? Or Drake taking pussy? Like these niggas, like we literally see these niggas be celebrities and women. Yeah. These niggas don't even be in a club with these niggas. Like we hear their music getting played and we in a spot where their music getting played and these women just go crazy. So I don't know. I'm glad Diddy, if he's innocent of like most of the shit he did, because I do think he's guilty of putting hands on Cassie, and
he didn't get charged with that though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying
that was nasty.
Yeah, like you know, I do think he.
But I think they had that relationship. She would box him up, he would box her up. Like I think that was it was a toxic.
Yeah, she was calling prostitutes and shit. Like
niggas was saying that Cassie should have been charged with the same shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
One of Cassie's old best friends, one of them took the stand, and she said she told Cassie to leave. And Cassie said, why would I leave? Jay-Z's already taken.
Oh, she said that?
She said that.
Nah.
So it's like, okay.
Shout out Cassie. She loves.
But that's how a lot of women are. Like they'll be in a bad situation because they know that
this is it.
It's like that's the a lot of people get poisoned, mostly women, with this upgrade culture. And you always see that with relationships when they fall out or whatever. Somebody was like, oh, who won the breakup, who had the better upgrade, who got the best next partner or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about that. Like, if I'm with a rich woman, or if I'm a woman that's with a rich man, I don't have to go get a richer man or a richer woman. Like, I could just be with somebody I'm happy with.
Exactly.
And if the financial situation is comfortable for me with this person I'm also happy with, then who am I to be looking at the other person to see if they're doing better than me as far as the upgrade from me? Like, nigga, I'm me.
Yeah.
So if you feel like somebody's better than me and
That's
they
your
make
opinion.
less or more, yeah, it makes no difference to me. That's your life.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
I feel like a lot of people get stuck in this compare and contrast thing with their life. Like, you're never going to be happy if you're always looking at somebody else to see what they're doing, to see if you're happier than them because they have something that you don't have or you have something they don't have. Like, that's never going to work.
It's the phones, bro.
Yeah,
Phones,
you got. I'm telling you, I try to stay away from that social media as much as possible. But
See, so our parents was right. It's because you always on that damn phone. Now it actually makes sense.
all these relationship pages and hate man hating pages or woman hating pages, like they be just spewing toxic shit about the opposite sexes, is like girls really internalize that and bring it home.
yeah, 100%.
And now they looking at their man through that scope, like, and it's just like you don't even notice, like.
Yeah, that shit is really content for a reason. These people set up these cameras and do all this shit for likes. Like, this is not, nobody normal puts a phone down and then go kisses their spouse and then fucking grabs the phone and then post. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
So you got, I don't know, man. I think men are just as guilty as falling for the same shit, but I definitely think women consume the most of that bullshit and apply it to real life. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't feel like niggas get...
They don't channel it into their relationship,
because
though.
women look for the things that the man does when they looking at social media. Like, he's more affectionate. This nigga's more affectionate than you. This nigga got more money than you. This nigga's buying more stuff than you. This nigga's doing X, Y, Z more than you. The only thing niggas really like, yo, this bitch got fat ass.
Yeah, that really be it, for real.
As long as the girl looks to your liking and respects you,
That's it.
She really wins in that. Like, there's nothing else really she has to do.
But see, I also feel like that's why roles sometimes, it really is not set up for us to really enjoy some of the things women get to enjoy, because majority of the women's role, besides obviously handling the home, depending on the dynamics, she's getting taken care of. Even if she works, she's getting taken care of. She's protected. Men, on the other hand, no matter who the woman is, our role is still to provide. Like, women, depending on who their male, whoever they decide to date, they still most likely are supposed to be taken care of. Like, we don't have enough time to be blinded by the small dumb shit. Because every day we have to go to work, we have to provide, we have to protect, we have to, make plans for the home. If we decided to do something in the future, that's all on you. Women, they have way too much time, unless obviously they are the ones that provide for the home. But what's the percentage of that?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I just feel like, honestly, when it comes to this Instagram shit, women have the most time to look at things and and nitpick what doesn't work or what does work. When men, like how you said, all we really looking at is she got a fat ass or not. Because no matter if she has a fat ass or not, my role doesn't change. I'm still gonna have to provide for this woman regardless. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't care if she has a fat ass or not, because if I love her, I'm still gonna go to work every day. I'm still gonna do this. I'm still gonna plan for us in 10 years to have kids or not have kids. We're gonna have a house.
Yeah.
Women, on the other hand, they just kind of down for the ride, for real.
They run the world for real.
Yeah, they do. They do. From the passenger seat, which is crazy, but oh man.
So since we're talking about roles, you were saying that Nelly said he doesn't want to change no diapers.
This nigga Nelly, man. So yeah, Nelly said he doesn't change diapers. He said he's not gonna do no extra shit until the child could speak and tell him what he needs to get done. Now,
What the fuck does that mean?
I guess, like, so
Yes.
being that I have a 6-month-old, you obviously don't know what they want. You kind of tell by their cries what they want, what they don't want. Luckily for me, my child really doesn't cry about much besides maybe he's getting sleepy. But anyway, I guess when your child gets hungry, they're obviously gonna cry. He's basically saying if his child can't tell him what needs to be done or what they need, he's not doing it. So it's Ashanti's job to like, all right, the baby's crying. I got to figure out if he needs to be changed, if he needs to be fed, if he's tired. He gave her the responsibility of doing that.
Now, I will give him. There's a piece you left out. He did say,
Yeah.
I will pay for whatever nannies, however many nannies. You want a nanny to be there overnight while we sleep. Whatever, I'll pay for all of that. I'm just not waking up.
I respect
to change diapers or none of that. But
I respect
he's not
that.
saying she has to do it.
He's just
He's saying, yo, I'll pay for whoever you want to do it. If you want to do it, you could do it. I'm not doing it. So I wanted to add that to that because
that's a good point. Because I agree with that. If I had the money, I'd be on that type of time too.
Well,
the thing. There's a lot of people judging him without his money. If he had his money, Beyonce got how many nannies?
Yeah, like
they all got 100 nannies running around. So it's like,
well, while I do think that having that type of connection with your child or doing those things with your child would build some sort of form of connection to make you love and appreciate the kid more as time goes on. If you a rich nigga, I mean, changing diapers is not going to make or break how good of a father you are, or feeding them or something like that. Like if you putting up your camera and post it on social media every time you do it, then you get the public perception of, oh yeah, he's such a great father. Look what he's doing, blah blah blah. But in reality speaking, if you have a family that you have a house that you live in a family and your grandparents, both your grandmother, grandfather live there, and your sister lives there, and you and your husband or whatever live there, and then you have a kid. Everybody in that house is contributing to doing something for that kid at the end of the day. So if I'm a rich person, I'm not going to be living with all these family members, but I do have the ability to hire family members to come help with my kid.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he's wrong for saying that. People get... This is the thing I feel like with people, they get more obsessed with the tone of what you're saying rather than what you're actually saying. Yep. And a lot of the time I feel like it's women that, have these feelings, but men do it also where you can't talk to a nigga a certain type of way. They're not going to be receptive. But at the end of the day, that's what he's doing. He's saying, listen, I'm going to provide everything I can, but these certain actions aren't fit for me as a person, but I have the ability to provide these things and my child will be very well taken care of. If you would have said it like that, nobody would be having this uproar. But him being like, oh yeah, I ain't doing that. He's saying the same shit.
Yeah.
But the tone of what he's saying is making people not like what he said, which I feel like is leaning towards ignorance to me.
Yeah.
But that takes more of a, what do you call that? Like
presidents?
No, it's like fuck, I can't think of the word, but like when you're taking the ELA test. And it takes more comprehensive skill to be able to come to that conclusion.
And read through the tone.
Yeah.
Also, he did tell her this before she got pregnant. Yeah. That's another thing.
And I mean, I could imagine too, like, because I'm sure I'm not positive, but I'm sure Nelly has kids from before.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, he probably already felt like, you know what, I already done did this. So if you want me to participate in this, the only way I'm gonna do it is if I'm gonna pay for somebody to do it. But Ashanti, on the other hand, this is her first child.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand also in the, like, she's probably very excited to do this shit herself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't blame Nelly for feeling that way because I ain't gonna lie. One, if I did it previously with other children and I'm like in my 40s now and I'm like, you know what? it's just not in me to wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And I have the means to actually not have to do this. I'm not doing it. Like, let's be for real. I'm not doing it.
I think you should do it a couple times just to say you did it.
Yeah.
But you don't really have. I don't think my dad changing my diaper has changed.
Yeah,
our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
because I mean, I feel, my bad to cut you off. Cause I feel like a lot of us. I was talking to my child's mother about this the other day. I was just like, this is why it's important to have like the 2-parent households because I feel like there's certain things that. As a man, as a father, I feel like a lot of the things that matter if you're there or not is on the back end. Like when they're kids and children, it's like being there is important, but that's not really like, I don't know how to explain it without sounding crazy.
Bro,
but
I literally I had this conversation with somebody recently. I literally said, yo, the moms main part is like from age 1 to 10.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the dad comes in 10 to 12. Like that's where his contribution really kicks in. And then I got goosebumps because I said exactly that.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
Nah, that's a fact. And I didn't also think about what you were saying, where he's been through this multiple times already, and he's mad old. So it's like, nigga,
I'm waking up at 2:00 to do this shit, bro.
yeah, that makes the most sense, because it's like, if it's my first time, then yeah, obviously, if it's your first time having a kid and you saying that, I feel like that's kind of crazy. Like, it's like, nigga, I ain't changing no fucking diapers. Like, whoa, nigga, come on.
Like, yeah, what you had a kid for?
But if you have 5 other kids and you 40 years old, it's like, all right, like, I done been through this road.
Yeah,
Like, for example, growing up playing ball, like, I don't know if it sounds bad or not, but I never really cared if my mom was there. Like, I wanted my pops was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things like that. Or if I'm learning, my dad taught me how to deal with money and going to the bank and to the ATM. Like, these things.
Yeah, that's still,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
I think we're on the same page with that for sure.
So, just like how we was talking about being in a house with having family help raise your kids or anything, let's talk about being in a house with your girl. So you were saying earlier how you was thinking about, if your girl had her company over, what would be the proper attire for you to wear? Because, you know, like how you were saying, when you say we all chilling and we in my house, my girl's not gonna walk around with the same clothes she walks around when it's just me. Yeah. So how do you think that you should be dressing when your girl has company?
Well, that's where it gets tricky too, because like guys would tend to maybe wear a tank top or like boxers or shorts, but like you said, your shorts ride a little high. So what? I'm just saying, you got his higher shorts. But it was tricky because, not to make it too personal, but I let's say I know somebody who was in this situation where after the fact, his girl's company came back later and said, I felt uncomfortable how your dude was dressed at the crib.
Well, what did he have on?
Literally a t-shirt like this and boxer briefs, like the long.
Oh yeah, he's wild.
So, but mind you, he wasn't kicking it like that. Yeah. This was the complaint was that it was 4 a.m. He went to the kitchen to get something from the fridge and left, and she happened to be in the kitchen at that time. Yeah. He went in, got what he had to do, and left. That was where and it's just like, come on, like it's not like he was on the couch, balls out, to the point where so it made me think, and I'm like, yo, in that situation, what do you do? What if she said I made her feel uncomfortable? That's a scary spot for niggas. Now your girl got to choose between what her friend said versus what her man is saying. It's just like, yo, like, sometimes people drag it. Girls will drag it like that, and sometimes they do it for attention. Like, you know.
Yeah, you know what? My girl told me to stop using this word to refer to woman, but I'm itching right now.
She's in DR right now. We good.
Now she came back.
I was about to say this,
but I am itching right now because this girl. You in my crib at 4:00 in the morning, the lights is off. I walk in the kitchen real quick to grab something and walk right back to my room. Probably didn't even acknowledge you. And you're going to twist your lips to tell my girl in my house that you felt uncomfortable that I walked past you one time in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's nasty.
I'm not going to call you a bitch, but that's some bitch shit. I'm not going to lie.
No, for real. Mind you, I'm doing you a favor. You asked to stay.
Like, nah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's some that girl's really full of herself.
Yeah, and girls do that because a lot of girls do not like each other because they might be friends, they might be best friends even. Because if you spending the night at my house, you are pretty on a pretty good level. But they'll do something to make you feel uncomfortable with your partner. For no reason, because maybe they want a partner, they don't have one,
and don't let you be the bad cousin, like the cousin that look good, that always got a man, and she don't let you be that man. So, but is a tank top appropriate around your friend?
I would think so. I mean, maybe not to lounge around like Has saying like I think you said like I'm not sitting on the couch. If we all sitting maybe watching a TV show or something, I'm probably not gonna do it in the tank top. I'm probably gonna wear a t-shirt, maybe some basketball shorts or something. But in the middle of the night, if I'm making runs to the kitchen or to the bathroom, I'm not gonna make sure I got a t-shirt on just to do those things. Like a tank top, I feel like is enough.
To be honest, it really be if your nigga look good. If you know your nigga look good, that'd be the shit.
Yeah.
If you was some fat sloppy nigga, she really wouldn't care what you wearing. But if she knows you look good, you got a nice body, whatever, she gonna be more like, nigga, put a tank.
Yeah, I feel like I probably would tell her like, yeah, nah, like you said, like she probably is attracted to me if she felt uncomfortable.
And you feel uncomfortable with me running past you in the kitchen, but I'll be wearing less if we was at a pool, at a beach.
Exactly.
And you can also wear the most what's the word for not promiscuous, like, you know, girls be wearing these sexy clothes, provocative clothes, your thigh out, your
all that
lower
shit,
back out, all these things. And I can't say, yo, your friend, the way your friend was dressing around me that night, man, I can't say that, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be tricky.
Nah, you could say it. But I wouldn't say.
You gonna be a bitch?
I wouldn't say nothing.
Fact, yeah, you wouldn't be a bitch. Yeah.
Nah. I wouldn't say nothing because I don't give a fuck. Like if my girl's friend come around dressing how she on the dress, if my girl's comfortable with her friend dressing like that around me, then
let's say that same
I'm definitely
friend,
gonna stir the pot.
But let's say that same friend now that night comes and tells your girl, yo, I didn't like how your man was dressed in the house. And it's just like, girl, like your whole titties was out, your ass was out.
Get the fuck out my house.
Yeah, for
tell
real.
this bitch eat a dick. Cause this is my thing. I'm not gonna walk around if there's people other than my girl in the house, I probably wouldn't even come out with no shirt on. I'm wearing shorts, and if I have a wife beater on, I'm wearing anything that if I wear it outside, I'll wear it in my crib around you. I will go outside with a wife beater and shorts on. So I will wear that in the crib with your friends. Because at the end of the day, I don't think that the swimming pool thing necessarily fits because you go to the swimming pool with shorts and no shirt. But a girl, my girl's friend is not going to walk around my house with a bikini on.
No, for a fact.
But
I'm saying to call and say I was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I wouldn't call. I would never tell nobody I'm uncomfortable. I would just
won't come back to your crib.
Yeah,
that's how y'all live.
Yeah, for real.
But you gonna tell you uncomfortable? First of all, why you ain't say nothing to me then? You gonna tell my girl now you gonna close with me and my girl? Be like, yo, listen.
She can't say nothing.
No, you can say it. You can say it. You can say it. Because then it could turn it. Because if you don't, it could turn into, yo, he came out with his underwear and he tried to touch me, or he tried to shoot a shot at me or some shit because you was sleeping in the middle of the night. Then what? Nah, bitch, you get the fuck out. I don't trust you now because you go talk about. No, that's crazy.
The trust is gone. Like I don't want to. You can't be around this person without you. Like now, because they take you can't make certain jokes now. Cause
you a weirdo. Like what you mean? I was in front of you. You see me for 10 seconds in my underwear.
Yeah.
Like
and like you said, I didn't even acknowledge you. It wasn't like I said, "Oh, my bad." Nah, I literally went to the kitchen and back. And it's my crib. Ultimately, that's really what it boils down to. It's my crib. I shouldn't be put too much at an inconvenience just because I'm hosting somebody.
Bro, my boxer briefs probably fit like this.
Yeah, but that's like you got like a bulge coming out.
No, I get that. But my boxer brief feels like this. But you also know I'm a man. You know I have a dick. The same way, even though you have a bra on, I know. I still see your titties. Like that don't make it uncomfortable. If you see a bulge, number one, you looked at it. And number two, I'm a man. You know I have a dick. Yeah, so it's like the same way I know you have it. You could wear the whatever pants. If you have a fat pussy, I'm gonna see it. If you have a fat ass,
I'm gonna see it. Yeah.
But so it's just like that double standard where it's like y'all whole assets could be out all the time.
And then
and we can't even look. Let your man look at your friend like you feel me? But our bulge or whatever, now we can't wear sweats and it's like, come on, son, y'all.
I just think the underwear thing is too far because like there was a video the other day I seen I think this rapper Destroy Lonely. He was walking around with the Claremont twins and this nigga had like tights on. First of all, he's wilding. But second, it's not even the bulge. You could literally see the rim of the tip of his dick through his pants. And that is fucking like, come on, my nigga. And I feel the same way if you walk around boxer briefs. If you could see details of a nigga penis through his underwear.
It was a burnt glizzy?
I feel like that's why it's too far. Like regular boxers, like the old man boxers, I stopped wearing them because my girl was cutting my ass. But if you walk around with old man boxers and you just running in and out real quick, that's the same thing as wearing shorts.
Niggas wasn't lounging like that. It was you thinking it's 4 a.m. You think it's safe to do that quick.
Yeah, like I'm gonna,
so. Yeah.
Like if you uncomfortable with my house at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's early enough for you to get the fuck out.
Yeah, type shit. Honestly, for real.
Niggas wake up and niggas be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
For real,
So you can wake up, I'll make you so comfortable, go home. It's time to go. The sun is about to come out.
I don't even think about coming back. I don't even contact my girl no more.
That's funny.
Nah, that's crazy business right there. It's the audacity.
All right, there's no more transitions for me to make. But
Mind you, just to add to that last part, the uncomfortable. The story was from the first visit. That person revisited again after feeling uncomfortable on the first visit.
Yeah.
And
so they told them on the second visit?
They told them a month after the second visit, like way later. But yeah.
She was thinking about his dick.
That was crazy.
That's really what happened. She seen that shit. She couldn't get it out of her mind.
If he didn't say nothing to you, look at you, he didn't even say good morning, nothing. What was so?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Shorty wanted him. I think he was right. If he was unattractive, she wouldn't have said anything. But the fact that I guess she found him attractive, she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just stir the pot because I don't have a man."
Yeah, that's crazy. That
has to be it.
That's post print clarity because she was. I'm sorry. Say that again.
The door upstairs is locked. You may have to go through the front. Yeah.
Brief intermission.
Facts.
But yeah, that's post print clarity. Post print clarity. Like she seen the print and it took her that long to perceptualize what just happened. Like she was like, damn. That shit made me uncomfortable because I got hot when I seen it.
Yeah.
And she
and
probably
4 a.m. you on the sleepy print. That's the sleepy print right there.
But let's just move on to the next. There's no transition. So Drake dropped a new song. How are we feeling about it?
I heard it literally right before we started the pod. He's rapping again, so I'm with that. I'm always with Drake rapping. I don't think he's a bad rapper. I don't think a lot of people could fuck with him when he's rapping. So the fact that he's rapping again and he's back on addressing what niggas kind of been playing with him over the last couple years. So I'm with it. I'm not sold on it, but I'm with it.
Yeah. And I think the way he's monetizing and spinning this 20v1 shit, like even in the video he dropped all the guns pointing at him.
Yeah.
I think that's the imagery in that is like everybody shooting at me and I'm still standing. That's why he's standing over the guns, whatever. Just the way he's spinning the whole narrative where it's like, and just calling people out, Braun, Ross, and just that whole niggas get punched in the face. I was with Ross got punched in the face in Canada, like, you know. So it's I like it, and it's a bop.
Yeah, this song is cool. I didn't think about the guns pointing at him, but I just like how he went to the concert with the bulletproof vest with the smoke coming out and shit.
Yeah.
It was definitely interesting. He dissed LeBron. He dissed kind of Future too. Like, well, that's what we could think he's intending to do by saying certain lines like niggas are switching sides or whatever. Niggas, what do you say about LeBron? He was like, even on my Dixon's headlines.
I saw bro at the pop out and on my Dixon's headlines.
Yeah, so you know.
I don't know, man. See, that's what Drake kind of like be losing me. Y'all niggas agree that LeBron's been on Drake's dick?
No, I think that's rap shit. But they've been on each other's dick.
Yeah,
I think they were very.
I don't know, close. Man. I can't really pinpoint any time. I mean, I'm not saying that they wasn't like cool.
It was mad cool.
But I feel like when we look at history or we like put things together, it kind of looks like Drake was more so on LeBron's dick.
This is my thing. I think that Drake. Maybe it's a cultural thing because he's Canadian or whatever, but he don't know how to just be cool. Like we from New York, so
yeah. Like we know,
cool. Like if we fuck with a nigga, like we just that's our man. But we're not gonna overly.
Yeah.
But Drake is like he don't have no concept of that. Like if y'all friends with each other, he can be like, yo, my son too, he a rap. My son used to rap. Now he dropping clothes, nigga. What I'm wearing this shit every day. Blah blah. But you're not gonna be like that with him because you from New York. Like yeah, that's my man.
I see what you're saying.
Not gonna overly. Do that.
I do see what you're saying. That actually makes a lot of sense. Are
you applying that to the LeBron thing?
Yeah, like him and LeBron was cool, and LeBron probably do more things behind closed doors than Drake does in public. But Drake, his whole image is, yo, these are my mans, these are my brothers. I'm gonna treat them how I want my brothers to treat me. Yeah. So now anything they do, I'm shouting them out. I'm gonna get a matching tattoo with them or whatever. I'm gonna go support their son.
But isn't that what we should be doing?
Yeah.
But see, that's his point though. It's like maybe since
it's not hitting,
it's the the difference of cultures. Maybe like LeBron didn't allow himself probably to be more so like, yeah, my boy doing this shit, I'm gonna be like pumping his shit. Like, I see what he's saying.
I know a lot of rappers walked out with him in that tour, but he did when he was saying last time I looked, I saw y'all niggas to the right of me. That's what they saying he's talking about. Y'all niggas you walked out on literally months before the beef. You walked out on tour with me with your son.
I ain't gonna lie, like niggas definitely did Drake.
They did him dirty.
Yeah, they did him dirty. They definitely did him dirty. But I feel like kinda. That's the shit you gotta expect when you in that spot.
And even if we beefing, let's say Drake and LeBron fell out like privately.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't shoot at you publicly. Like I left it private because out of respect, whatever went through, I'm not gonna diss you on the track or this and that. Like I think the pop out was just like, oh, like damn, like that, and you jumping up and down to my pedophile bars, like, oh wow,
yeah.
Okay, like,
and then the shit came on with Team USA when Steph Curry's like, I'm tired of this song. He's like, nah, I love this song. Like,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, little things like that. It's like,
hold on, LeBron out his mouth.
Yeah,
that he loved, not like us.
Yeah.
They were playing the song and Curry was like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. This shit played out. And LeBron was like, I fuck with this shit. Mind you, LeBron know they mic'd up.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. You've been in there 20 years.
I never seen that clip. That's interesting. Usually I don't miss too much.
They're in the Olympics.
But I feel like, damn, that's a big deal.
So it's like...
All right, I ain't gonna lie. I do feel Drake definitely has the right to feel upset at any... signs that LeBron looked like he decided to like jump ship, because clearly we all know there's definitely some type of relationship there. I'm not saying that there isn't a relationship, but
after the Pusha T shit, he could have gave anybody an interview. He went to the shot. He gave LeBron that interview.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like And he went to LeBron after the Meek shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like there is a relationship there.
Yeah.
They got paid, when he said on the song like. Drinks, you at my crib, drinks and hoes, this and that. Like he's talking about. I think he's talking about multiple people there.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about Future there too.
Yeah,
but I think he's talking about LeBron too.
Nah, yeah.
On Bridal Path on Certified Lover Boy, he was bigging up LeBron and saying like, well, he said something like, fishbowl wine glasses with LeBron betting $100K. Like he said some shit like that, like talking about how they be at the crib gambling and shit like that.
Yeah,
so like,
I definitely do think there's a man.
And I think the last verse, the very last snippet was a Future diss where he was like, when I was looking at y'all, cooking with y'all, giving out verses, like they got a lot of verses.
Yeah.
So
see, that's the thing about. I feel like that's how niggas should be, where they just bigging up their friends all the time. But that's a high risk, low reward type of thing, because at the end of the day, the image that you're giving is you're a very supportive person. And you're just a very supportive person. Like you're somebody that somebody would want in their corner at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, when everything crumbs down, now niggas looking at you like you was dick riding LeBron, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And niggas, I feel like honestly, it's hard. It's never gonna really change in New York, but just in general, niggas should be okay to be fans of their friends.
That's really what it should boil down to be.
I didn't realize that until like a couple years ago. Like my boy made me realize that my boy that got drafted, and in New York when you playing basketball, nobody really wants to be that. Like it started being towards the trend of niggas wanting to be cool with each other. Like, you know, because basketball's always all competitive. I would never be friends with a nigga that's on a different team. But when I was in high school, that's kind of when the transition happened. Even in the NBA, when everybody started being cool with each other, everybody started working out with each other, and my mans, I knew, like, it was like, we didn't know if he was going to the NBA or not, but it was like, why would I not be supportive of this person? Like, why would I not? Obviously, I was done playing basketball at this point, but it's just like, why would I not want to be as supportive as I can to this person that's going to be in a 1 in 1 billion situation? So why not? Why can't I be his fan? Because niggas be like nobody ever told me that, but I'm just saying in general.
I've definitely had my you on this person's dick moment. I'll never forget it. My youngest experience of probably that was y'all remember when Young Jeezy first came out? He had the snowman shirts.
Yeah,
I had a snowman shirt. This nigga, he comes. I'm on the block in Queensbridge.
4X? What's up?
It was definitely a big ass shirt. He coming to me like, you like Young Jeezy? I'm like, yeah, I like Young Jeezy. Mind you, I didn't buy the shirt. I just happened to get the shirt. And he was like, oh, you on this nigga's dick. I'm like, nigga, like, And in the moment, I'm like, damn, this nigga's right. I'm never gonna wear this shirt again. But like when you really think about it, it's like, yo, bro, like, so what if I'm a fan?
Yeah.
Like we not supposed to like anything? Like nah,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
So I'm not on Bathing Ape's dick right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, apparently you are,
But
bro.
if I'm wearing an OVO shirt, I'm on Drake's.
Yeah, you on Drake.
If I'm wearing a
bro.
Nike shirt, I'm not on Nike dick. But if I'm wearing a snowman, it's like
yeah, I'm telling you, bro, and that's the unfortunate reality of sometimes when you like born and raised in New York or even a lot of places. A lot of people do not want you to support shit because they just fear what that shit could become. And that's kind of how I look at it now, because like for you to come to the realization like, all right, I'm done with basketball, but my mans really have a chance, let me support him. That's you letting go of like any type of resentment because that's not you. A lot of niggas be on all right, bro, I'm not doing anything with my life, but this nigga is, I can't fuck with that. Because if he does make it, that just makes me look even less than what I already feel like. And niggas gotta stop doing that shit, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a black people thing in general, because I feel like white people, like you even see in movies and shit, like it'll be like a leader of the group and then a nigga will be like, what? That's Connor, whatever the fuck that's Connor Roberts, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? You can't do that to fucking Connor Roberts.
Yeah.
But a black nigga be like, nigga, you sucking this nigga dick. The fuck?
Sure, that's whack.
Because it's crazy because just talking about my mans, I was in a group, I was talking to a couple of my boys and we were talking about how like not a lot of people, like when you go to a basketball tournament, like there's obviously different levels of basketball. You go to like a pro-am basketball tournament or you go to like some local hood shit, like say you playing in Queensbridge tournament, and you might see a nigga that's all right, he might have like 15, 20 or whatever, but that nigga might not never have met in their life somebody that played in the NBA or even a professional basketball player. But for me and my group of friends, we was all like really good at basketball. So all of our peers are like professional or they had like a stint in NBA or something like that. Yeah. So that's like nothing special to us. But somebody else, like that same guy that scored 20 in that game, might have never even been in the presence or seen somebody in real life play at this level.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. You just gotta support niggas because you gotta be grateful, because that's what we talking about. We was like, yo, it's crazy how like our boy Donovan Mitchell said out of his mouth, he's like, yo, this is the best offensive player I've ever seen in my life. And to hear that from an NBA player that's scoring 50, 40, whatever, like so it's like for us to know this person, like not to say because. It as a New York nigga, it hurts to say like, yo, we're lucky to know somebody like that.
Yeah.
But that sounds like some dick riding shit. But at the end of the day,
they definitely do sound like some dick riding shit.
A billion people have never met somebody that's as good as basketball as this person.
But you know, it only sounds like dick riding shit to us.
Yeah,
like,
to us. Yeah,
why? So we gotta stop defining that as dick riding shit. You know,
But we from New York, so
it's impossible.
Because I was like, niggas that grew up with Michael Jordan, they wasn't like. Nigga, I'm lucky to have been on the same team with Michael Jordan. Nobody's calling them dick riders. But I got one of my mans that's OD nice. But it's just because I know a lot of niggas that's OD nice. So now if I say that about another nigga, am I dick riding them too?
Bro, I'm sure you know mad people that will post somebody else's content but won't repost yours.
Yeah.
Like even you, like I mean, at the time you was posting, doing content on Instagram, whatever.
Yeah. I'm
sure you have people that will post somebody's funny shit that they don't know.
Yeah.
But Cash is some funny shit. Nah, I'm not gonna repost it because look.
It's like that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now I just repost everybody's shit. Niggas hit me up to post it. Cool. I don't even respond. I just do it.
Yeah.
Or if I see it, I'll put it on my story or whatever. Cause why not? It's not hurting me.
Yeah, like it's not, like you say, it's just a support thing. I don't understand why niggas don't be on that type
Especially
of
if you like it. Like if you don't like it, then you don't repost it. That's one thing. That's
because I've definitely, being that I used to do it like the music shit or even with the clothes shit now, or even with the pod, you'll be like surprised. I'm pretty sure you have people randomly say, yo, I want to come up to the pod. And you didn't even know they listened to the pod because they never even did any type of interaction.
Yeah.
Like the same thing with the music shit. Like being that I completely stopped with the rapping shit, people like, oh, yo, I actually like your shit. Bro, like, why are you telling me this now since I'm like 2 years removed from this shit? You should have told me this fucking 2 years ago. But I don't know what's up with people, man.
I know it's going to sound like wrong, but like, is it a good idea to have your girl on Instagram?
Absolutely not.
To post her or
absolutely
to follow
not.
each other.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, it like honestly,
Absolutely not.
Three absolutely nots. That's trauma.
I didn't say absolutely not. But it depends on the person. Because if you have a girl that's like minded as you, then that's one thing. But you know, most women they don't know how to just be happy. I feel like. Like they're always gonna look for a problem all the time, and social media is like the number one source of the problem. You go on social media, you see niggas get shot in the head and shit like that.
Number one source.
So, I mean,
I met this guy one time, and he was like, I was like, oh, what's your IG? Whatever. He's like, oh no, I don't have Instagram no more. But it was at a time where everybody had Instagram, and I was young. I'm like, you don't got Instagram? Why you don't got Instagram?
Yeah, like.
So I got a girl. I'm like, what that got to do? He's like, that shit just bring drama, problems.
Yeah,
as soon as I got my girl and I knew that was gonna be my girl, got off that shit. Cause now we don't gotta argue about who I liked, who's following me, who DM me a heart emoji, who like it'd be a lot of bullshit.
I changed my whole etiquette now since I have like my child and my girl. We really trying to figure this shit out. I don't even comment on anybody's, like if any girl I used to know, like friends or whatever, I don't do the happy birthday shit. I don't do none of that. I don't like their pictures no more.
I don't do that either.
Yeah, because it's just bro. You don't want anybody to say anything, anybody.
And the like, people be so, the like is, you don't have to like it. It's okay. Like niggas be feeling like they like a control over them, like, nah, I can't, I'm gonna like this fat ass because it's my Instagram. It's like, bro, like you creating a problem.
You just don't have to like it, bro.
right. I don't feel like that should be a problem though.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, it is.
But I mean, in the real world, but in perfect world, that's a.
But see, I feel like likes don't mean as much as people be giving it value to. Because honestly, I literally could grab my phone right now and be scrolling and like. It's not like I'm sitting there and be like, oh, this was a great angle. Oh, her ass is fat. Oh, she's
off
pretty.
to the pic.
Yeah, like it's literally, I'm just liking it because at the time when I seen it, I just want to give it a like. I'm not judging it. I'm not giving it a rating out of 10. I'm literally just like, okay, cool. Cash is at the gym, boom. Or this girl's at the beach, boom. Or Charlie is at a restaurant. I'm not like, fuck, I don't understand why people just sometimes look at a like and be like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's really not that serious.
And we don't always like it because the fat ass. It could be a fat ass in the picture, but we could really like it because you and Mykonos or you and it. Like, it's just
like you're doing something with your life. So I'm happy for you. But that's honestly why I like some certain things. If you're doing something and I'm like, okay, graduation picture, or you're at a beach, like you're doing something with your life. I like the picture. Like, come on, like, I don't know.
Yeah, but men are men, women are women. That's why the world spins. Huh?
Yeah, that's exactly why the world spins, man. Lord, come on, transition, man.
Yeah, but speaking of spinning, right? I watched this movie the other day, F1, and it was spinning around that motherfucking racetrack. And let me tell you, I'm a movie.
I waited
nigga,
for this.
And this movie is one of the best movies I've ever seen. I feel like off of first reaction,
Sheesh.
So, I'm glad you said one of the best movies you've seen.
Yeah.
This is where I'm gonna need you to like break down. What do you mean by one of the best? Is one of the best top 5, top 10, top 20, top 100?
I probably have it in my top 20 or 30.
So,
top 20, if you think about all movies, top 20 is a strong 20.
Yeah, because the thing is, with me, I'm not a movie buff. So 20 movies for you probably seen maybe hundreds of movies. I probably haven't seen 100 movies. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, unless they're like big ones, like let's say when we was growing up, Transformer was a big deal, or Marvel movies. But I don't really watch too many in between movies. Like I feel like this F1 movie is like one of those in between movies. Like it wasn't a big deal to me.
Okay.
But anyway, long story short, when do you? So 1 through 5 would be all right. So context. Cash gave this movie a 9.5. When somebody tells me one of the best movies they ever seen, I assume it's a 10. So I want to know 1 through 3 of your top movies of all time, those are 10 out of 10, or maybe the 1 through 5 is 10 out of 10. I want to know on your list of movies that are 10 out of 10s, when does it stop being a 10 out of 10? If that makes sense.
I don't have a list, but I would assume that the top 10 are 10s.
So every one in your top 10 should be a 10 out of 10.
It don't have to be necessarily.
But yeah,
but possibly, yeah.
That's pretty interesting. Because when I saw that it had a 9.5, I'm like, if I said something was one of the best movies I've seen, I would think hands down it's a 10 out of 10. So maybe you could explain to the people what stops a movie from being a 10 out of 10 to you.
Small mistakes or things I feel like are left out. Like for this movie, one of the things that was a kind of a take back, and it's kind of just me nitpicking, but so the movie is about F1 drivers. So Formula One is like the biggest racing thing that is worth billions. Each car is worth like $1 billion and everything. So the top racers make cameos in the movie.
Oh, that's tough.
Like Lewis Hamilton and shit like that?
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton was in the movie and he was in a lot of scenes, but he didn't have any speaking roles. But that's a budget thing because an actor, if you give them over a certain amount of lines, that's when the budget goes up. And Lewis Hamilton, he's all the money in the world. So to even have him in the movie probably costs a crazy amount. But to have him speaking would have like shot to the moon. So that was one thing it was kind of like, it was basically like a video game cutscene when you see him. Like he don't even look like he's on the set with the people that's in there. Yeah. And I also felt like the movie kind of missed. It could have could have taken away from the movie. I feel like also, but they didn't have any like rivalry between the racers. But that's not what the movie was about, though. Yeah. So that's not really anything that took back. It was just that the other people that were racing didn't have any dialogue. That was one small thing. The other thing I didn't like. I can't say without spoiling it, but.
How long has the movie been out?
Probably like a week.
I think you can spoil it. It's been a week. Come on, man.
Is it a huge spoiler? Because I do want to see it.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Is it really is a spoiler for sure?
Nah, not really.
I wouldn't trust it.
It wouldn't make or break. Me telling you wouldn't make or break the movie, but it's just.
Is it the plot? Like, is it like, oh, this is where we're leading?
No. It's just like something happened at the very end. I was like,
that's too close. I don't know, man. The end. He said the very end.
The very end be something. The last 5 minutes be like bullshit. Like true. Crying like, oh, thank you for it.
Yeah, that's basically what basically. Because I would have to explain the context, so I'll just leave it. Just watch the movie. I watched it in IMAX. I'm not even an IMAX person, but watch that shit in IMAX. That shit is fire.
I do like movies.
I feel like this movie couldn't have been acted better by the two lead actors, which is Damson Idris and Brad Pitt. They like the way they portrayed who they were supposed to be in the movie, whether it's the facial reactions, the tone of their voice, and showing the humbleness versus cockiness and everything. They did a perfect job. The movie is about a failed race car driver joining a F1 team to try to help his boy come from going bankrupt with his company, because every F1 team is two drivers, but they're run by like big business, like they have backers and everything, and they're just there to promote each car. So each car works with a company, so it'll be like Ferrari, Porsche, fucking Rolls Royce. Like each car is
McLaren.
by So yeah, that movie is an amazing movie though. Everybody should go and see it in IMAX. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but the theme of the movie was like how a fall from grace changes you as a person, and the lessons you learn can be taught to another person that's going on the same path as you. Because Damson Idris is an up and coming superstar, and he's young, and Brad Pitt is a weathered old person, but he's skilled, but he just used to be somewhere, and he has PTSD dealing with certain things that happened to him and doing his journey. So
yeah, but I don't think for it to be a top best movie you ever seen, it don't gotta be a 10. I think it has to be at least a 9. Anything over a 9, you could put it in the best you ever seen conversation.
Yeah, because a movie being good, like 10 out of 10 means there's no mistakes, nothing. Like how Sinners had that scene when it was mad niggas dying, but there wasn't that much niggas. Like that makes it not a 10.
Would you rate Sinners?
I think I gave it a 9.
I think that's a little high. What you thought?
Oh shit! I mean, see that I'm the type of person that thought Soul Plane was a good movie.
That that doesn't make just because the budget of a movie and stuff like that doesn't.
Nah, I'm just talking about like I've heard people just say like, Soul Plane is not a good movie. I like Soul Plane, so that's why when people be asking me to rate movies, I'd be like, I don't watch movies the same way other people watch movies. So
I mean, enjoyability is a big factor. Like, there could be a movie that's like very niche about whatever the fuck, like Oppenheimer or some shit. But if I didn't enjoy the movie, I'm not going to give the movie a 10. It could be a 10 movie to most people, but and I'm not using that movie as an example. I didn't watch that full movie because I got into a fight in the movie theaters that day.
Huh, you got into a fight with who?
Stop.
It was some nigga. Oh, I didn't tell the
Nigga didn't
story.
even speak on this.
I told it on my other podcast when I had my other podcast.
Oh.
But basically, what happened was I was in the movie theater with my girl. I was in Regal Limbrook, and we came in the movie theater like a couple minutes late, so the movie just started playing.
Yeah.
And we just sat down, and it was like this German couple with their kids there.
Oh.
And they was in there speaking mad German or whatever language they were speaking. So I'm like thinking like, the fuck, these niggas grandparents was probably fighting in the war or some shit, so they hyped to see it. So, but they talking mad loud. So I was like, yo, could y'all like chill?
Hey, right next to you, like over here.
Like we sitting in the middle and they like on the edge. So
Damn.
Oh, so you did that? Yo, come on.
yeah. So they was like, oh, sorry. But then a couple minutes go by, they keep talking again. So we like, the fuck? So my girl was like, yo, can y'all stop? Like, we not sitting in y'all room, in y'all living room, in y'all couch. Like, can y'all chill out? And then they stopped talking. They start talking again. So they the kids was American. They would sit next to me. I'm like, yo, bro, could you like tell your parents?
How old was the kids?
It was like teenage, like 14, 15, 16.
Oh, that's old enough.
So I was like, yo, can you just tell your parents? Like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to have a problem in here. Like, you feel me? So they kept talking and talking. And my girl, she's a hothead.
Yeah, she's like, I want a problem in here.
So she took the top. she bought a big soda. She took the top off the soda and she was holding her hand like this. And I was like, yo, chill, you wildin'. So they kept talking loud and loud. And my girl's like, yo, can y'all shut up? Oh my God. No. And then they like, shut the fuck up, monkey.
Oh.
So so my girl's like getting up. I'm like, yo, chill.
Nah, you
so
gotta
like,
let her go.
So I'm barking on a nigga like, yo,
Get the wife.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, who the fuck are you talking to? You fucking like, I'm cursing him out, whatever.
Nah, what'd you say? He's about to.
I don't remember. This was a couple years ago. So there was kids behind us amping it up. So every time I would respond to them talking or my girl respond to them talking, they like, oh, she about to drop a bomb on them because we watching a movie about a bomb. So now it get to that point where they call my girl a monkey. The kids was behind us laughing. So it was, I forgot at what exchange, but the guy got up and went to the kids like, listen, every one of you laughing, I'm going to make you cry. He said that to the kids. So I'm just looking like, oh nah, this some wild shit going on. So then when they got to the part when they called my girl a monkey, the kids started throwing like popcorn and M&Ms at the guy. So the guy, before my girl could even get over there, the guy went to the kid and started choking the kid.
What?
So then that's when I got, I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna beat this nigga up. so then I got up and I started walking towards the guy and the security came in and everything and they broke us up and all this shit. And that was basically it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's jokes. It's crazy. I never heard this story before. Cause that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I was
wait,
about to beat that old white nigga up.
Why were they saying I thought the monkey came first. The monkey was the last thing.
Yeah, that was like the last thing, and then the kids threw the popcorn at him, and then he got up and went to them.
The girl's about to splash him with the
Yeah, she
with
about to
the
go
Pepsi?
crazy because it was like some old ass couple. First of all, we was gonna fix them. My girl know how to fight. I think my girl could beat up the nigga. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
But it was some old white lady and the nigga. I'm standing there and I was crossing my hands. I'm like, I dare this nigga to touch me because he had to walk past me and go back downstairs because security was escorting him out. Like, I dare this nigga to touch me. I will fucking throw this nigga over the banister.
How old
Like,
was he?
This nigga had to be like 50, 60 something.
Oh,
This nigga said, I dare
What you
you
mean?
touch me. He like, my girl about to fuck this nigga up. I ain't even got to do nothing.
We were talking about the disabled thing. Do we give elderly grace?
No.
Nah. I saw once the racist shit come out, I don't care.
Yeah.
How disabled you is.
I give them grace.
Bro,
I'm not giving them a pass.
I think 9 times not 9, but like I think a majority of the time that people say a racist thing is because they know it's racist, not because they are racist. You know what I'm saying? Like they just saying the worst thing they could possibly say, and they know that bringing race into it is gonna.
I feel like that when black people do it. When white people do it, I feel like it's something else. Cause you got it take a certain type of white nigga to be like call somebody a nigger.
Yeah.
Like I could call I get mad at a Chinese guy and call him a chink. But that could just be me being upset. I don't dislike Chinese people. I love Chinese people.
and
Why can't a white man be upset and
Nah, because I feel like when you call a black person nigger, you really don't know what this could become.
Yeah.
So like I feel like you gotta be a certain amount of racist to be like, no matter if this man is ready to kill me behind this word, I have to stand on it. Like, you know, a black person I would say a black person. I can't speak on anybody else. But if I use the derogatory word to offend somebody else, in my head, I'm understanding that it's like, yo, this person could take this shit and be like, I'm ready to die behind you offending me to this level.
Is Monkey on that list?
Fortunately, I never even seen anybody fix their lips to say something, so I can't really fathom like what that would mean to me. But I definitely been called a nigga before, and that didn't make me want to kill somebody. Maybe being called monkey probably would make me feel that way.
Really?
It probably. I don't know. Like I'd never seen it. Nobody ever. I only been called a nigga once. And I was in somebody like they was driving. Funny enough, Muhammad was with me and Raymond was with me. We was on Queens Plaza and we was walking across. You know that shit is like fucking 8 lanes of traffic. Or whatever. Yeah. So we walking across or whatever. And the guy stops at the light and he's like, it's like 2 other white people in the car. A white dude's driving, a girl's next to him, and I think a guy's in the back. And he's like, look, niggers. Just like that. Just like that. Mind you, bro, we like probably like 22, 23, mad young. So I'm like, what? Ray, you know, Ray being at that time super high-headed, he walks up to the car and like you can see like a hammer in his car, not a gun, a hammer. And I'm like, yo, Ray, he got a hammer. Nigga speeds off and I just throw like the bottle I had hits the car or whatever. But even in that moment of me throwing the bottle, in my head, I'm not like, even if he got out of the car, I wasn't gonna strangle him to death or kill him or whatever. So I don't think nigga would make me that upset. But if somebody fixed their mouth to say monkey, maybe.
Because especially in New York, we so used to nigga. Like,
yeah, it's like I really didn't feel enraged at all about it. I just knew he shouldn't have. I knew he said it with ill intent. So maybe that's what caused me to throw what I had in my hand. But
yeah,
it didn't make me feel like, oh, if I see him, I'm gonna fucking like do something to him.
That happened to my mom one time at the bank because my mom is dark skinned like you.
Yeah.
So she was at the bank. She got there last minute. I don't know if she want me to tell the story. But by the way, she watched the whole pod last time. I'm like, yeah? You're not supposed to watch that.
That's support. That's support right there.
That's fire.
Anyway, she was like, what? She was asking questions about it. Anyway, she went in last minute, you know, and no one's going to assume my mom speaks Spanish because she looks black. So the lady behind the glass, not luckily, because my mom's not really like a fighter like that, but luckily the lady was behind the glass and I guess she was about to clock out and she was like, she told the girl like, all right, I'll meet you downstairs. Let me finish with this monkey.
Oh.
In Spanish, she said it. So, you know, it was a whole thing. Manager got involved and, you know, obviously she's behind the glass, so nothing could really happen.
But your mom made it a big deal?
Yeah.
Good, yeah. I think that's important for black people. They got to make it a big deal.
I thought about it later. I'm like, damn, she could have got a lawsuit out of it.
Yeah. But,
you know, we don't be thinking about this shit sometimes, so.
Nah, I think black people, we really got to make a big deal out of some of these things because I think a lot of times we just let shit just roll off because like there's so much other shit going on in our life. But if the roles were reversed, a white person would definitely want our job behind some shit like that. So I think we do got to make it our business to be like, yo, hold people accountable for offending us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at the end of the day, black people are really the only ones that's affected by racism.
Yeah.
Like other people, they get offended. Like you could offend somebody, but you're not. There's no system that's oppressing you.
I was watching this trash ass movie last night. When I tell you trash, it's called I Hostage on Netflix. Everybody go.
Oh yeah, that shit is whack,
bro. The worst.
Yeah, I cut that shit off. But go ahead.
But point being is that as soon as the robber goes in, he looks Middle Eastern. Yeah. He's wearing a bomb. And it just made me think, I was like, damn, like they really be going through real racism too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see this page on Instagram called Subway Takes.
No.
I feel like I heard that.
It's a guy that be talking with a metro car or whatever. But anyway,
yeah.
I know something.
There was one where the guy was like, Muslims go through more racism than, well, maybe not Muslims, but Middle Eastern go through more racism than black people. Mm-hmm. And that was just a big conversation. There is a debate there.
No, that's ignorant. Because nobody is gonna not hire a Muslim nigga just because he's Muslim. A nigga will not hire a black person because they're black. Like the most thing they go through is the 9/11 or 7/11.
What about worldwide? Maybe in America, but what about
dark skinned people are treated the worst in every single country.
I feel like what black people have the biggest disconnect is a lot of other cultures that deal with racism. They have some sort of backing, like. If you're Asian, and remember, I think it was during COVID, they was dealing with a lot of Asian hate. at the end of the day, if you was fed up with how you was treated in America, you go back to your country or whatever. You have there's a country for you to go back to. Like if
you really had to.
Yeah, you really have support of something like a country. Even if where you live or the country you're from is tough, is not the best place to live, you have a country that that is yours. I feel like, especially with Muslims, that's not a poor I don't know the word Muslim
community?
people, like that whole, I really don't know how to explain it, but
you said they have somewhere to go back to.
And they're not poor. You feel me? Like that,
well,
but I mean, yeah, they have poor people, but they're essentially
India,
like
Pakistan.
you feel me? Like it's money there. It's not like there's like I don't know. I really don't want to get too political.
well, I don't think
know
there's
how to.
money there, but there's people there for them.
But in the sense of like
they're very poor countries, but they're
they're poor countries, but like community. But and essentially what I'm saying is with black people, we was dealt with. They disconnected us from where we from. So I don't know what type of African I am. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm more American than African.
You're all American.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people, even though they deal with racism in this country, most likely their moms, they know where their mom is from. My mom is American. My mom's mom is American. My mom's mom is American. So even though they deal with racism, I feel like as far as the sense of like we don't have a language. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit I feel like black people deal with that people like just brush over because it seems like, oh yeah, no, they just lazy. But nah, it's a lot that's deep rooted that we have to we have to climb out of the 400 years of the shit that we was given in order to progress.
On top of still being pounded on now.
Exactly. So people do deal with prejudice, but as far as like to compare to what black people have to deal with, I think it's a little bit insensitive, for sure. Insensitive.
You made a good point.
Yeah, and not to say that it's their fault, right? But with black people versus like Middle Eastern and Muslim people, something happened that was from the countries that Muslim people come from, like one of the countries that Muslim people come from in America, that would make people not like people from that area. Nothing happened with black people. We were stolen and brought here, and then niggas was like, nah, we still don't like you.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a choice.
And another thing, the reason why I said the money thing, even though it is poor countries, like I used to work in this school in Astoria, where they have a lot of Muslim, Arab kids or whatever. And a lot of these kids, even though they was from the hoods in Queens, in the summer, they're going back to their homes. Well, not to their homes, but to their family homes where they're experiencing a whole different type of life. Like even I see some of these kids now because I have them on Instagram, and it's like, here you assume that they was living maybe poverty or middle class, but they have family back home that are living great. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, while they're here, they probably deal with some type of, prejudice, but back home they have funding. You feel me? Like, God forbid if they miss some payments here, there's a family member back home that does whatever they do back home, and they can send money here. So a lot of people, like a lot of black people in America, they don't have nobody in a foreign country that they can leave the hood in the summer.
The only people we have to depend on is our oppressors.
Type shit. You feel me? So.
Yo, whoever made that argument, shout out to them for at least trying to think, but you a dumbass nigga. Yo, there's no Muslim niggas getting lynched. There's niggas is getting lynched now. You go down south, there's fucking my grandfather, where he lives, there's a sign that says Ku Klux Klan meeting point. That sign is still up.
That's cool.
And we're in 2025. I don't know if it's probably still not active.
Yeah,
that sign is there.
It's there for a reason.
I know black people in movies deal with the same shit where it's like the black guy's the hood nigga or the thief or whatever, but
yeah, I'm
sure that they, again, I don't got no horse in the race, but I'm sure they feel like in all these movies where if it's an airplane bombing, there's a Muslim. If it's they have their own set of.
I'm gonna say something that's offensive.
I get you. They were wrong. But
I'm gonna say something that's offensive. What other niggas blowing up planes or taking planes or blowing shit up?
Yeah, I see Cash's point.
Like,
It's like-
I'm not saying that that's everybody, but the groups of people that are known for doing those type of things are those people. If we want to talk about niggas getting their head cut off for cocaine and shit, who we gonna think of? Mexican niggas, because that's what they do in Mexico. They have the cartel where they cut niggas heads off and all type of shit. They probably do that in other countries too, but
They're the most popular niggas.
yeah, they're known for. They literally show themselves doing those things on purpose to put fear in other people. I go on the internet, I Google some shit right now. There's probably a video from me last night. A nigga getting his fucking head cut off in the cartel. We just had a fighter that just fought Jake Paul, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
yeah.
They said that nigga was part of the cartel and they used to hang niggas upside down and he used to punch them like a punching bag. And he's part of the cartel. What are we talking about?
They deported that nigga too.
Yeah, and that's the reason why, because they say he's part of the cartel, and he was a nigga that used to fucking torture niggas.
Oh yeah, so
Now-
we gotta go.
Playing devil's advocate, is it fair to say that because we see black people doing certain either crimes or violence or acting a certain way in public that it's okay to assume that they may have a weapon or they may about to fight or they may, come in here? No, let's not let these group of black girls come in because they might start twerking on the table. Like, should we, you know what I'm saying? Because what we gonna say? Well, we see a lot of black girls twerking.
that's a good counter argument, but it kind of goes back to what what Cash was saying about like the systems that's in place, because a lot of the times with media, they choose to show these aspects of black people. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like now, after 2020, where now everything is really on the internet and people want to go, they want to go viral and this clout thing. I do feel like black people definitely give people the fuel, but I feel like a lot of the times they purposely try to portray us as this type of person. So when you do encounter a black person for the first time, you automatically assume this is the type of person you're gonna get. Now, unfortunately, there's like networks like Zeus that I don't feel like they force anybody to act a certain way.
No, but I'm saying even outside of media, in real life, you go to places and you see
But what
people
what
acting
would
out
make
are us.
But like that. But see, honestly, I definitely see black people act out. But I've been around. See, the beauty about being from Queens is that you run into all different types of people.
Fact.
So as much as I've seen black people act out, I definitely seen Spanish people act out way more, because Queens is diverse. But I would say I interacted with Spanish people a lot in Queens, and them niggas was turning up way more than I've seen black people turn up. So it's kind of like, if I feel like if I can't let these black people in because they may act up, I gotta look at the Spanish people do the same thing, because that's why I seen also acting up as well.
Yeah, way more. I think it's a stretch, but I respect.
Now, in the sense of like, I don't. So you went to Louis, right?
Louis
Louis Armstrong.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, what's the majority population of students in there?
Especially today, it's definitely Spanish. But back then it was mixed. But I think it would be more more Spanish or.
So that's what I'm saying. Races. So like the odds are, like, who you seen act up turn up the most.
True. I'm not.
That's how I kind of feel like Queens is diverse, but I feel like Spanish people clearly, got the numbers.
I feel you, but I'm more talking about in adult environments, like a club or a restaurant or a plane or like.
But see, that's the thing too. I party on Steinway. Come on, Steinway is. Yeah. Now, if I partied in Jamaica, I probably would see what you're saying, but
yeah.
So my thing is with that, right? Well, I do understand what you're saying, where anybody should be aware of the possible threat of anybody at all time. But if I do see a bunch of black people in like an environment like that, would I be more wary of if they are a threat or dangerous? Yeah. But this is the thing. The clubs that we would frequent outside of like maybe like in Manhattan or whatever, they're going to be frequented by the people in those areas. And in the areas that these clubs are in places that are the hood. Why are these places the hood? We have to start there. They're the hood because the system that was in place to create these areas impoverished. They weren't impoverished areas. They were just areas, but they were forcefully impoverished by the governmental entities or whoever racism is the key factor in this. And poverty is what brings crime. So if I make an area and I make it poor as hell, nothing gets fixed. The streets is all fucked up. The schools is bad because we're not giving enough tax dollars.
6 liquor stores on the
Yeah. Then obviously the people that are poor are going to move there, and I'm not going to give them any upward mobility financially. So what are they going to have to do to make money? They have to do something illegal to make money. Things like sell drugs, steal, rob people.
And on top of that, there's a lot of frustration just building. So once you go to a club or something, any little thing will set you off,
Yeah.
I feel you. I was just making an argument because I was asking if it's fair to judge us the same way, but he answered.
And it depends where you are. If I'm in Manhattan and we're all sitting down at like some upscale place and I see some black people walk in, I don't think they have a gun. But if I go to the club in Southside Jamaica and there's a fucking metal detector sitting on the concrete, I would assume that niggas got guns in it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, y'all saw that video of the girl in DR where I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe she felt like she was overcharged with her, but she started throwing the nigga pineapples and doing that.
That's nigga shit. Yeah, you right. That's the shit I don't like from niggas. Because that's the shit that really be having people look at everybody else like we have to treat everybody. So we have to treat everybody that looks like her a certain way because the way she did what she did. And that's the shit I don't like from niggas. Because there's no reason why I'm going to somewhere so I can enjoy myself and I feel the same type of judgment that I get back home from certain places because some asshole fucked this whole shit up. But I feel like even though you get one Karen, though, the type of white woman that fucking complains and lies or whatever she does, they don't all get that same treatment though. Because a black woman, that black woman did that, but what's the difference of a Karen forcibly accusing you some shit?
That was worse.
Right?
Niggas grow more
You
pineapples.
saw that ESPN shit with the girl that worked for ESPN and the Uber driver was trying to kick her out because she was having an attitude about the AC. You ain't hear about that?
Nah.
Oh yeah, I seen that video.
Yeah, they calling her Karen and all that.
That is some Karen shit.
But
she was black or white?
You see it.
The passenger was white. They were both black. The driver was a black woman.
Oh, yeah?
And the passenger was a black
she was
woman.
a Karen. She was a Karen though. That was crazy because she
see
was like, "Oh, this is comfort. I want to be comfortable. You got to turn the air conditioner on." And then, the driver was some young black girl, and she was like, "Listen, I'll turn the AC on, but it takes time to get cool in here." Like, I was like, "No, but you just got that window cracked." Like, I just got the window cracked because that's how I was comfortable in my car. But when you get in, I'll turn the AC on.
And because people getting sick and shit, so
Yeah.
she keep the window cracked.
Oh, man.
My only issue is that she was trying to tell her to get out. She said she pulled over on a highway
Oh yeah, see?
and was telling her to get out the car. That was my only thing where I was like, I agree with the driver all until that point.
Yeah, because it's like, come on.
You're not about to kick somebody from the highway,
come on.
Like, you could just get off on the next exit.
Yeah, and then
tell
that's
her,
it. Yeah.
And people were saying like, oh, but it's Georgia. It's like it'd be like the middle of nowhere and stuff like that. I'm like, anywhere is better than the side of the
Yeah,
highway.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I'm
you can't get picked up. From
Yeah, like
You
how
could find a gas station. You could find something
Yeah.
on the exit. That's all. But everything else the driver did was cool.
Nah, yeah. I like I see what you're saying. Black people definitely they not immune from being judged because niggas be doing nigga shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like sometimes like
Yeah,
we be too harshly judged off for it.
Yeah, especially since Elon Musk let people say the N-word on Twitter and shit like that, and then they just let people be openly racist. Anytime you see a video of a black person doing anything like out of the ordinary of the social norm or like being aggressive or anything, the comments, just click on the comments of the video and just look.
It's it's crazy.
Playing reality. I seen a video of a guy playing the piano in like the airport or some shit, and this little black baby just came and started hitting the piano keys, and the caption of the video is, "Why do they instinctually disrupt?" And you're talking about a baby, and some niggas is quoting it like, "You're talking about babies, right? Like children, right?"
and you internalize those things. Like I've caught myself maybe on a train with my hoodie on and be like, and then you make eye contact with somebody and you might think like, damn, do I look like scary right now? But you'll see a white person with a hoodie on. I wouldn't even think like, well, I'll be on the train with my shades on and I'm like, damn, like, do I look?
I'm telling
and that's foul that I have to like have those feelings. It's like, let me take my hoodie off so I can make them.
I'm telling that's fucked up, bro. and this is one thing that like people, I really don't. My son, he's gonna be more light skinned, obviously, but I really want to tell him and teach him that like, do not make yourself feel small or seem small for anybody else's comfort, because I feel like that's how a lot of black men grow up. No matter how big you are in stature, you just kind of, especially if you want to avoid problems, you tend to make yourself seem smaller so nobody feels inferior when they're around you. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm saying, like, people, other cultures or other races can't feel the way we feel when it comes to racism, because like that alone is traumatic. If you ask me, like, I don't want to offend anybody else just by me being normal. Like, you didn't have the hoodie on because you wanted to rob the train. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You see a white person with a hoodie on, or they emo, or they like introvert, or they punk, or whatever. But you see us, and it's just like,
that's what I'm saying. What that Indian nigga was talking about? What feeling? How is he gonna dress when he walk outside to make him not seem threatening? He go on the train and he got a hoodie on? He think he got a bomb on him?
But he can't wear the hijab. Nah, I feel you though. You're right. But
niggas idiots. You know what I'm saying? Niggas' perception of the world be so narrow. They just think of, how does this affect me? Mm-hmm. That be niggas' number one thing. How does this affect me? How can I be upset at this shit? How dare you think? I don't understand how anybody could come to America and think a country that has been built by the enslavement of these people, and I got it worse than them. And my family been here for 20 years. What the fuck are you talking about?
Is that the only education they have is from their culture history? They don't have, they don't have the education.
When you go to the United States school system, you learn about slavery in middle school and high school maybe too. You learn about Jim Crow and all this shit. How you gonna tell me my grandfather and my mom, I think too, was in the Jim Crow era? And you're going to tell me that your Muslim family that's probably been here for like 40 years or less than that. They probably just came here when you was born.
I can
and
find
you got it worse than me.
I can find him. You want to set it up?
Tell that nigga come on here.
You want to box him?
Slap the shit out that nigga verbally. I'm not going to put my hands on him, but you know what I mean? You're going to get talked down to because you an idiot. Like, that was stupid. But I do appreciate the discourse being there because
with homemade firecrackers and shit.
See, now you being racist. See, this is what you're talking about. Thinking about you got to come in here and blow some shit up.
4 extra.
Yeah.
Oh man. Son.
But yeah, we're winding down. You said that you had a.
Oh yeah. So unfortunately, we did not get a submission this week. I don't know if you niggas got a little shy, but that's fine.
I'm sorry for calling that nigga bad names last week. Y'all could submit.
But
submission is what they submit questions.
They submit a story and then we tell them if they bugging or not.
Yeah. So I think this one's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna make sure I say no names because I feel like the person that told me this story, the person they told me this story of is definitely a listener, and he'll be able to figure out that it's about him. I'm not trying to ruin any friendships, but anyway, I'm not gonna go into too much detail with the story because I heard the story yesterday. But the gist of the story, the out of gas story this week is basically a guy, a friend of a friend of the show. He has a friend that he has a child, but he is no longer with the mother of the child. So he moved on to his next relationship where he dates this next girl, and she has a daughter, I believe. A young daughter, like maybe let's say under the age of 2. So in the process of dating this new girl, he is somewhat became a deadbeat to his actual biological child. With that being said, the friend of the show, he's basically stuck in a position where he's like, yo, I don't know if I should be friends with you or not because you playing house somewhere else when you actually have a biological child and you not handling your responsibilities. There's a bunch of other deadbeat shit going on, like not paying for certain shit, not working. So basically he's just like, yo, I'm at the point where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just be like, yo, I ain't trying to talk to this nigga. I ain't trying to be friends with this guy no more. I don't know if I, should tell him that I don't want to be his friend no more. Or I should just be like, yo, fuck it. I ain't gonna speak to him ever again type shit. What y'all think about the situation?
So the Debbie nigga don't got a job?
Not that I know of.
Oh yeah, that nigga just a bum ass nigga. Irish exit, you heard? That's my number one rule. Irish exit. Don't even say nothing to nigga. Just stop fucking with him. He'll get the message. That's it. He be like, yo, bro, nah, nigga. It's over.
I agree. I just think that maybe it's good to tell him something. Maybe if you're a real close friend to him and he values your friendship, whatever, even though he clearly don't value his kids.
Yeah, that nigga don't value nothing.
But in the hopes that he maybe has a little value for your friendship, maybe you telling him that like, yo, I love you, but I can't fuck with you because you on bullshit. And then maybe it could be like, damn, like I should change my ways. Like this is some real foul shit if I'm losing friends from 10, 15 years that, you know, so it could influence him to change. But yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Yo, do what the nigga did from last week. Fuck that nigga baby mom. Just lit on you and you couldn't deny the pussy.
Nah,
Just like last
that
nigga
would
did.
be crazy as hell, man.
What happened? Somebody gotta take care of the kid. But if I'm gonna take care of your kid, I gotta rip too.
Yeah, but I'm not willing to die over your kid. That nigga fuck around, crash out over that. And it's like, to teach you a lesson,
like come on, man.
But yeah, I'm not with that. Like guys or girls who, but mainly, you know, we mainly have guy friends that be on, that just live foul, you know, like.
I feel like a lot of times, like when I was hearing this story, it's like I actually feel like I've heard a situation like this before. I feel like a lot of times niggas be having children with these women only because they love the women. Like they don't, they try to keep the woman by having a child with the woman. And then when the time goes where they don't have the woman anymore, they just start acting like weird. And like when I was thinking about that shit the other day, I'm like, yo, it's crazy how I really pride myself on being like a man's man. Like I really feel like emotion wise, I have it in check. Financial wise, obviously I could build on that, but like I work. I don't ask nobody for no money. Like I really try to be a man. So when I be hearing niggas do shit or kind of like move off of emotions or don't handle responsibilities, especially because maybe they don't have the woman anymore. And I'm just like, how the fuck could you live with yourself? Like, I don't know. That shit really had me like, really, like, I couldn't even come up with an explanation like how niggas could like really wake up the next morning and be like, yeah, nah, I have a child in this world. Or even responsibility. Fuck having a child. Let's imagine you having rent and you just literally on some like, yeah, I'm not gonna handle this. Like how the fuck do you wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just let this shit figure itself out.
Cop weed and pay video games.
like how the fuck do you do that? I don't know, man. I was maybe helping. I don't know. I know you guys are responsible men, so you guys probably couldn't even come up with a reason either. But I need to speak to somebody on how the fuck do you. I don't get it.
I think it's just people's brains work different. Like,
right? That's what it has to be.
Like
yeah.
you find a piece in it, or like you just suppress it. I don't know, like, or people's emotions be so overpowering that it overpowers the logic and the right thing. You know, like it's like because you so upset at her or whatever the case is, like it overpowers all.
Yeah, whatever, everything.
Yeah, how old is this nigga?
Let's say, let's say 30, at least 30.
This is what I was saying last week, I think. It's difference between being a broke nigga and being a bum ass nigga. That nigga is old.
Bum ass nigga?
Bum ass nigga.
Bro, a guy just got convicted for killing his 5-year-old son by drowning him in a bucket of detergent and then attempting to murder the wife or the girlfriend or baby mama.
What?
Like, it's like, you would think, like, how do you even?
Yeah, how do you?
But it's just people be dumb. Those emotions, man, that anger, that should be.
In a bucket of detergent, that's a crazy death.
And again, I mean, I know I'm not to because I know white people are doing the same shit. But again, it was a black guy, the same nigga threw the baby over the Bronx River.
Yeah,
Black,
be
looking crazy.
Nah, it's definitely.
But I think it's because our community don't teach each other like emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and everything is. We teach each other how to fight before we teach each other how to
communicate. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga get disrespectful, hit him in his shit.
Yeah.
Instead of, if he get disrespectful, find a way to, like, you know.
Yeah, like, come to a calm,
Still, I'm going to teach you how to fight, but, like, that shouldn't be the second. That shouldn't even be the first or second option.
Yeah.
You know, one could be, like, getting away. People think, oh, you running with you pussy. No, like,
bro.
You want to fight this nigga, especially if he's starting a fight with you, you at his home court.
Yeah.
When a nigga start a fight with you, that is a bad spot to be in. Because you don't know what his intent is. You don't know what he got behind his back. You ain't. Nah.
Nah, niggas is crazy. Niggas will fight a nigga off of the nigga's opinion of the person, right? But the same nigga would not care about what his child thinks about him. That's crazy. Like, when you really think about it, like, a nigga really would be like, yo, he'll really approach a man and be like, yo, you think I'm a bitch? And fight that nigga. But your child is like, yo, my father doesn't care about me, and that shit doesn't move you at all. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
How old is his biological kid?
Let's say like 8.
Oh,
No. Yeah, like 8. Yeah.
Yeah, your kid don't fuck with you, my nigga. It's over. Well, baby, I don't know. Cause is it like the baby mother he had problems with baby mom?
Nah, as far as I know, him and the baby mom, they was really cool. It wasn't one of those situations they just had a kid out of one night. They was together at one point. They was together for a long period of time. She, like you said, he kind of been on some bum ass nigga shit. She was done with him. She moved on. He moved on. And the nigga just still on the same path of like.
But I'm saying, like, is it like with his baby?
Oh, like now they were still cool up until like just the recently with the whole, you know, he got a new girl that he's basically playing house over there and not handling his responsibilities with the child, not with the mother. She's fine with like not receiving anything from him, but the child, he's not, like, you know, he's basically treating his new situation as if that's his only situation.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know if I could even really form a real connection with the product of another nigga's nut as opposed to my own. Like I don't think I could think of it as like if his baby mom's is giving him problems about being around his kid and shit like that. But if that's not even an issue, then it's like, nigga, what the fuck? You think the other kid look better than your kid? That's what's going on?
Yeah, that's like, but see, that's why I think niggas really just be loving the woman.
Maybe he's loved the woman.
Yeah, and that's where his mind is. I really feel like a lot of niggas be moving like that, because that's not even the first time I heard of some shit like that. Niggas be moving on to another situation, regardless of how the past ended, and they new situation, that's all niggas see. Like, this is my life now.
Another side of that coin that doesn't get spoken of enough, even though being a Debbie is trash and everything y'all said, there's a lot of, because when the man is a deadbeat, it's more visual. He's usually not around or not paying or not, whatever the case is, and that is 100% deadbeat behavior. But then there's also the mom deadbeat who lives with the kid, who treats the kid like shit because it looks like the dad, or isn't attentive, or leaves him with the grandma all day, or even if the dad is a piece of shit, talk shit about the dad. So it's like, you not a cool mom, and you telling me my, like, it But it could, the single mom, being a single mom is terrible and hard as fuck. I have people in my family who are, but I'm just saying, like, there are times where the mom is the problem.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely agree. Like, I wouldn't.
He's a bum.
Bum ass nigga, man.
Yeah, man. So that nigga's out of gas.
I was watching the Joe and Jada podcast. They were talking about the gook off the bottom of the dumpster. That's the type of bum he is.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand how nigga, I don't know. Dude, nigga don't got no job. I'm assuming he don't really have no income either. How you
get? I feel like, bro, you know how the universe works,
one,
bro.
I think that has to be a mental issue. And two, I also think that there were signs that she ignored.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
The girls know exactly the man they with.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the next girl. Like, how did you even?
She probably ain't know.
I mean, you gotta know something. You don't know they got a kid, because I mean, it's never too late to cut ties.
It really be somebody for everybody, even if it ain't forever. It really be like, come on, bro. You know, I'm telling you, bro.
And I do think you should judge people sometimes by their spouse.
Yeah, 100%.
The girl that's with him is probably just as nutty in another way.
Yeah.
Like if she knows and she's witnessing and cool with it, she has her own mental issue, just like him. Just in a way, like
maybe her pussy stink.
Damn, that's not really like the worst thing though. Like,
that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. But like, that's not a mental issue.
In a heat wave,
that could be a mental issue though.
A stink pussy could be.
You're not taking care of yourself. There's something else going on.
Oh, okay. I see the connection there.
What if the man is not healthy and he's throwing off the pH?
The pH? Yeah.
Why you fucking with a dirty nigga? That's a mental issue
he
too.
just like McDonald's and shit.
I don't throw off pH, nigga. Unless he's nutting in you. But nigga don't wash his dick first.
You know what we do.
What y'all do? Hey, yo.
What that mean? What's nigga talking about?
First of all, pause.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell we do. Niggas is bugging out,
Nah. Well, we know what you do. Mr. Father's Day. We know what
I do.
We talk about nothing. And,
we talking about that. My bad.
Oh yeah, that could fuck up a girl's pH balance no matter what. That's just life.
Yeah.
But speaking of judging, it's probably gonna be our last thing. This judging somebody over their spouse. I'm not gonna lie. When I be seeing, and this is because of careful research I have done with a few anecdotal examples. When you see a nigga that's like good looking, and then he got a girl that look fucking crazy,
I feel like I'm gonna disagree with you on this. Let's hear this.
I'm not a big proponent of calling niggas gay, but there's been a lot of situations where that's the case. Like that girl is just a beard, and then you feel me?
So that nigga fucking with that girl is just a front.
Yeah.
Basically what you're saying.
Yeah. I feel like that about certain type of black niggas that fuck with white women too.
Elaborate.
Like it'll be like, I was watching a TikTok of this girl break it down too, because on Love Island there's a nigga.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Love Island and all those shows, them reality shows, is really hard to base your opinion on, or it's not fair to base your opinion on because they not putting a lot of black women on them shows.
No. That's not the point.
That's not the point. Okay.
There's a nigga on the show, and I don't watch the show, but the clips I've seen, I'm like, yo, this nigga flay. And the girl was saying that a lot of black guys that are like down low, they fuck with white women because white women don't perceive men the same way that black women perceive men. Like black men are supposed to be like masculine and blah, blah, blah. So as soon as they show you a feminine side, that's like a negatively feminine, not like feminine like you take care of yourself, but feminine like that's like weird for you to like react like that. White women don't have that same, because at the end of the day, black men are the most masculine type of men. Like that's how we're portrayed. Yeah. That's how people perceive us. So white women not looking at the black man to be the most masculine type of guy.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So when they do like weird shit, they're like, oh, that's just him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, I don't know if that's always a beard. It could just be, like a coincidence. Mm-hmm. But that does exist, the beards.
At first, I kind of didn't agree with you, but I kind of could see the connection. That would be pretty crazy if niggas is out here moving. But
that is also a conversation that men can't be in tune with their feminine side or with black women.
Hell no.
And that, see?
I mean, not only with black women, but yeah. They do be leading the charge in that. Yeah, they do be leading the charge in that. Yeah.
And I think that we don't make men feel comfortable knowing that you could have a feminine side, you could be in tune with it, you could be sensitive and all that, because as soon as there's a sensitive moment or a feminine moment, it's like, oh, is he gay? Is he this? And it's just like, no, he's just a human that has the same emotions you have.
Yep.
Like, he can be jealous, he could be insecure, he could need words of affirmation. The same way girls, he don't tell me I'm pretty. Niggas want to hear that too. Like, yo, tell me I look good today. Tell me I smell good. Tell me you want to fuck. Whatever. Like,
yeah.
So, but if you complain about that, it's like, oh, you trying to be a baddie, or you trying to compete with girls? Like, why y'all need to be complimented? It's like, Come on.
Telling you, bro, women are bullies, man.
Yeah, because it's like I've been watching Survivor with my girl, and there's one of the seasons where there's this white nigga, and he cry all the time. Like he's some little white boy. He's like in a band and shit, and he just cry all over everything. He be having panic attacks in the middle of the night, and niggas be having to soothe him and all type of shit. And I never thought he was gay. I was like, it's just some white nigga. But if there was a black guy that was doing the same shit, I was like, all right, this nigga's clearly flicked.
Yeah,
like, there's something going on.
And that's a flaw in
Yeah.
our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think that if you do anything that I would refer to as bitch ass, well, damn, that would be offensive if I said that. But I already alluded to it. Like if you do enough bitch ass things, niggas gonna start raising questions about your sexuality, and that's wrong to believe in
But
that.
there's a lot of straight niggas that do bitch ass shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what would you say is an example of 2 or 3 bitch ass things that would start to be like, all right, what's good with him?
To make me think he's gay, or just to be like
or whatever you said, question sexuality, whatever that would make you.
crying a lot,
Yeah.
like crying over everything,
Yeah.
throwing like hissy fits a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay.
That's all I could think of on top of my head. Like about their personality, that would make me think like that. Because it's
What's
like
a hissy fit?
like they just throw a tantrum.
Okay.
Like something doesn't go your way, and you throwing a tantrum. I'm looking at it like nigga, what the
You
fuck?
Yeah,
out,
like,
you
yeah.
pouting like,
Yeah, like the fuck. Like I'm not even gonna say it. Forget it.
you be
Nah, I said.
John will. If I said John, there'll be a moment where John will be like, "Oh, I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm getting uncomfortable."
We could talk about him. He's not here. He's not gonna.
Yeah, facts, they gonna say that.
Nah, your man. He used to do shit like that all the time.
Oh yeah, nah. But see, also sometimes
think he's gay,
I
but
feel
that
like
nigga-
I feel like a lot of times though, niggas be raised by women.
I was raised by a woman.
That is true.
Yeah, but we say this we mention something once a week that you be like, oh yeah, nah, I deal with that. And but you're not the rule. You're the exception. Because I was raised by a woman, but there's a lot of niggas that's raised by women that they talk a little different, they act a little different. I'm not saying that they gay.
Yeah, that's just like.
but it's just that like
little
they-
baby son.
Exactly. Like it's just the way that it comes off. They act like their mother.
That you are a product of your environment.
Yeah.
It don't matter what your environment is.
Yeah,
If
yep.
your environment is a lot of women, you will be a product of that environment.
That-
You
yep.
know what I'm saying? Which is why they look at like Prince, who was on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if he's gay or not, but
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
he's
Yeah,
very whatever the word is, and he to this day denies it, but it could be just a product of environment.
Yeah.
In Miami, bad bitches, family, whatever
yeah,
the
that's
case
it.
is.
Yeah,
You might turn in, you might have a little whatever.
a little sass to you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's nothing wrong with being a little sassy,
You
man.
got a little sass in you, Cash?
No. Well, yeah, of course.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the most manly nigga. I'm not the most masculine nigga, and I don't care.
You cry? Your girl seen you cry?
Have she seen me cry in my lifetime? Yeah.
That's
Not-
interesting.
aside from when you got down on the knee.
No, I didn't cry that day.
I was about to say that may be a little flagrant.
Crying on the proposal?
Nigga, you proposing,
Nah, you
you
didn't see that
cry?
video of the nigga? You seen the video of the nigga in a restaurant and he was proposing to his girl? He was like, you just made and then everybody in the look was looking at him like,
What's wrong with this nigga?
Get it together.
Yeah, that's a little. I mean, I get it. It's definitely a moment, but like, I can't imagine myself crying while proposing. Like, I feel like that would take away from the moment. That makes it about you. Then.
yeah,
feel like
you
I'll-
can do like a tear.
I'd rather tear during the proposal than tear during the vows.
I would rather.
I don't want to be up there crying. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
all right.
because the talking
Not like
through the
boo-hoo
tears.
crying. Maybe like a couple tears, a 3-tier minimum.
I feel like
maximum.
I feel like you have to be very. I don't know. Maybe I have to get to that point. But it's like so much. You're just looking at them at the altar, but there's so much going on in the room. Like I can't even focus on being emotional because it's like people taking pictures and this. Like you thinking. So it's like when people be up there crying, they be like, "Yeah, you really like into it."
Yeah, I think that's what happens. Because I ain't gonna lie, I never told the story before, but when my girl was when the baby finally came out, I was fine up until the point where like he literally was coming out, and the tear came out. Like 2-3 tears came out. Nigga, I never in my life. I'm
Yeah, you
thinking
don't
this whole
gotta
time.
defend it, bro.
Nah,
Let it happen.
but this is why I want to paint the picture for niggas. That's why I think with the wedding thing, I think it's like what you said. Like, yeah, there's so much going on because nigga, birth, so much shit is going on. But like I think when you actually, like you said, when you in the moment, you like, oh nah, this shit is like real.
Maybe. Yeah.
So I think that's what happens. But like, yeah, that boo-hoo and shit, that's crazy. I don't. But yeah, nah, I don't. And that's why I say women, they gotta make niggas feel comfortable doing that. Cause I mean, in that moment, at first, the first thing I was like, I can't let none of these people see me. It was a fucking nurse. It was a room full of women. So I'm just like, I can't let none of these people see me. And then when the moment happens, when everybody realizes that you got a couple of tears in your eye, you like, nah, you gotta embrace this shit. So I don't know, man.
So that girl saying the vows and it got to the for richer for poorer part, and she was kind of like. She's like, yes, I do. Like it was. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
So you watch your girl, like the baby come out?
Yeah, that shit is an experience. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit is the experience.
Nah, I've watched mad videos like that. Like,
that shit is different. That was the first time I ever seen. Well, nah, I lied. One time on Twitter, I seen a birth, but niggas said I seen videos.
Yeah, I seen mad videos like that. Yeah,
but are you gonna watch?
Yeah, why not?
You gotta stay in front of the center. Like really, like be right next to the doctor.
Some guys don't want to see the vagina like that.
That's because I was thinking like, is that making you gonna not want to rip?
Nah, not at all. Wanted to rip that same day. Wanted to rip the day before and the day after. Yeah.
Nah, I
can't.
I may need a break.
Nah.
If I see it like that,
you're not. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. You're not. You're not.
So did y'all wait the 6 weeks?
Hell no.
What is the 6 weeks for?
Apparently, besides the healing,
they guts got to get rearranged back or some shit.
Nah, they're very also, which is very important. They're very still fertile. So part of it is healing, but most part is that I'm not really that great with anatomy, but it's still very open. So obviously, when you inside there, you could easily get her pregnant again.
That's bad.
It's not the best thing.
Well, like, could that?
Nah. It should be perfectly fine. But like, mind you, everything is fucking still healing. So at that point now, you have a baby about to start being made again. Like during the healing process, I'm pretty sure that's not ideal. But I'm not a doctor.
That sounds ideal. If you want 2 kids,
nah, because I feel like your body has to readjust.
Yeah, like
so if it's readjusting and it has to
build,
like,
I guess
because then it's like I don't know.
It's like I feel like there's a lot of counteracting going on.
If that's the case, then I mean, the way the body was made, you shouldn't be fertile at that moment if it's not ready to.
I just think because it's open. I remember it was something.
All right, this is it. Can you, after your girl have birth, right? How long did you wait before you had sex again?
Let's say roughly like as soon as the bleeding stopped, because she continues bleeding.
It was a natural birth?
No, we went to the hospital.
No, I'm saying
but I mean, because I was thinking about the natural birth shit, but
no, I'm saying was it a C-section?
No, like natural birth, yeah. But I was also thinking about the whole, we're gonna go to the
it's doing it in a kiddie pool.
Yeah, it's shit like that. But yeah, we changed our mind. But she bleeds, I think, for like 2 weeks. As soon as that stops, you really could get back to it.
So if you the day that it stopped bleeding, right?
At it.
If you take the finger and go like that, you could look inside and see.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
If I gotta do this, we not ready.
Yeah. Facts, yeah. But I ain't gonna the snapback is like
regular.
I ain't gonna lie, it felt even
tighter.
Yeah, it felt even, yeah. So
yeah.
The human body is amazing, man.
I ain't gonna.
Imagine this whole time. I'm like, this feels like.
Could you just do that?
Yeah, of course.
You probably, you could, because that's not bleeding.
But some girls' butthole rips open when they give birth.
Yeah, luckily we didn't have that issue. But so when the baby got to the place where they do the circumcision and all that, they do the little test to make sure everything's fine. There was another gentleman next to me. He was like, "Yo, my girl was in here for 2 days before she even gave birth." So I'm pretty sure that, like, luckily it really only took about 6 hours.
Oh yeah, that nigga Bills is crazy.
Yeah, facts. They was probably giving him a whole bunch of shit. But I'm pretty like, depending on your experience, you probably don't want to go back in there so soon. But like I said, my experience wasn't too bad, so I was like,
Talk about sex, right? This question just popped up. Who is the dominant person in this? Who is the dominant person in an oral sex situation? The person giving oral or the person receiving oral? Who is the person in charge or in power or dominating the other person?
I would say the person receiving
Is the dominant party.
Yeah. Because what you, I was about to, what I was going to say was, usually niggas, when they ask a question like that, they're trying to think if it's more gay for you to suck a dick or get your dick sucked by a nigga.
No. I'm talking about between a heterosexual situation.
The nigga getting head is the dominant one.
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy squirming uncontrollably, can't like doing all these things is the dominant one. But the person in control of all these emotions and powers, and if you nut or not,
I see what you getting at.
You don't gotta squirm.
I see what you getting at because it's like, I kind of look at it from this perspective. If I found out my girl was cheating and I found out she gave head, I would look at it as the nigga conquered my woman because
of how it looks.
Yeah. So, but when you're saying if it's between me and my girl, and like she's squirming and and I'm in control of her orgasm, I do see the point that you're getting at, and that's actually an interesting take on it.
And that's the same thing on the other side when she's giving and causing your orgasm. She is empowering that shit.
I guess
because let her stop, baby. No, keep going. Like,
I guess that makes it worse if you bring it back to my thought of it. Like if shorty's cheating on you, it's like, damn, this bitch fucking. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Damn, you kind of changed my perspective on it for real.
I think in sex, there's even in heterosexual situations, there is a dominant and a
yeah.
Like I feel like when she's riding you, she's the dominant party.
Yeah.
I feel like when you missionary or hitting it from the back, you probably
yeah.
Like y'all interchange that dominance in that way. You know,
maybe you should think about it like who could kill who easiest in this situation.
Like literally kill?
Yeah, like if she's a dominant one when she's riding you, she could kill you because she could choke you from the bottom. Like you in the bottom getting choked out. If you're fucking it from the back, you could
like
put it in a full Nelson.
That's pretty interesting. Okay,
but that's why I say I'm the dominant one if I'm getting my dick sucked, because you could say she could bite my dick off, but niggas not biting dick sucked.
Yeah.
But my dick in your mouth, I could.
Yeah.
And
I'll punch you in the back of your head.
But now we getting. I'm just talking about the act. Like I know you could force her to do all because she could grab your dreads while you eating it and do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like so, the girls be holding your head. Don't move, stay right there. They be all that shit is extra. But I'm just saying, just the act itself. I think the person giving is the dominant one.
Now I feel like you actually being more submissive in the giving head situation. Even though you are in control of the orgasm, you really are putting yourself in a position to be used to reach that orgasm.
Conduit.
Yeah, type shit for real.
So are you the submissive one when you eat a pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, let's say even though you doing your thing, she may coach you in the sense of saying like, don't stop.
Right.
That's her, her giving you directions. So I would assume she's the one like running the show. Even though obviously you could stop and fuck her whole shit up, or you could do whatever you do to get her there. But if she's like, that's it, that's the spot, or do this.
My thing is that what I'm doing is what's causing, and if I stop, it all stops.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I'm holding the power.
No,
but I feel you. That is a good. It's no right answer.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, because I think that's a good way to look at it. When you are the one handling the business, that's a great way to look at it, because you running this shit, you making this shit go. But I think on the outside looking in, I would look at it like,
once y'all get past the point where you got to coach her, because that's in the beginning. Once she know your man, you know exactly his spots, what to do.
Yeah.
You ain't got to coach her no more. She gonna make you nut like that. That is.
That's an interesting.
Your mom gonna like this part, huh?
Ask some questions about it.
Because then if you take it to the other way, what about who's the dominant one between two girls eating each other up, or two niggas? Like, then it gets, you know what I'm saying? Because if you take the gender out of it, someone has to be the dominant.
Somebody, yeah.
Because I think the one that got something in their mouth is a submissive one.
Yeah.
Because a girl could sit on your face and she could kill you. That's what I'm saying.
Is she the dominant one when she's sitting on your face?
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, all right.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Gas Money Podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you never miss another upload. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at gas.money.podcast and submit your stories for Out of Gas. You might be featured on our next episode.
Yes, sir.
Tune, can I get a perfect?
Perfect.
Sorry, Mom.